Hello.
Oh, hi. Live long and
Hello.
prosper.
Good evening. Hey, Jacob.
Jacob, just in time.
I know. Just him.
So, we need to make a. I'm just using the In Memoriam theme music right now. We need to come up with some
We do.
Ooh.
for
Man, if
Star
I had
Trek.
more time, I could actually make an intro for this like a TV show, but I do not have such time. Not even remotely.
All right.
But
Well,
anyhow,
at any rate, welcome to the stream. We are doing some prequel sessions where we're learning the system and our characters for the FASA Star Trek game published in 1983. It is out of print and has been for as long as some of our players have been alive, I think. So,
longer.
but that's okay. It's a fun game. FASA still exists. I've been tagging them in the tweets about it, but they have not owned up to any of this. So, but it is a fun game, and it is definitely one of the things we've discussed. One of the things that I've said, at least, is that if you look at the complications, like the whole process you have to go through, the very minute process you have to go through to build characters, it's very apparent that it's a game made for Star Trek fans, and I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so as we said, these are prequel sessions. Saturday, October 1st, and Sunday, October 2nd, we will be having our Extra Life stream, in which we will be playing this game. The main kind of intro storyline for it. There is the possibility of us picking up these characters and playing this as an actual campaign in the future. But right now we're concerned with Extra Life, which is going to be October 1st and 2nd, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. So join us for that. Help us raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. You can find our donation links there. That'll take you to the team page, where you can donate directly to the team or to anyone on the team. More than half of the team has not collected a single donation yet, and you can help fix that.
It might be because I haven't set mine up yet.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
See, I wasn't
Here
even
comes
Carolyn-
the time.
Carol and I are carrying the team.
That's true.
Yep,
Pretty
that's
much.
right.
We have raised $870 as a team. Of those, only 3 people have raised any money. Me, Carol, and Dave, and I have raised 50. So that's 820 that's been carried by these two. So if you want to help the rest of us compete with them at all, go to that page and start
Or-
making some donations.
You can just donate to me so I can win.
Wait, do you directly? Not is it like just giving you money? That's not how.
No, no.
No, it doesn't.
My
Not a
page.
dime goes to us. Every cent you donate goes straight to the hospital, and we are
see you,
we're big
Tripper.
fans of that.
I'm sure you do. I have a camera.
So yeah, definitely join us for that. And I'm just gonna plug this real quick while we're. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Also, if you want to support charity, but you want to get something out of it, there's 2 ways that I know of to do that. One is that on my Extra Life page, if you donate a certain amount of money, I will, as a thank you, send you Tall Tales books. But the other is that if you go to Humble Bundle using this link, you make your purchase like you normally would, and a certain portion of your the amount you pay goes as a donation to a charity of your choosing, as it normally would. But by using that link, another portion of your purchase money goes to this stream to support us and help us do more cool things here, like pay Tripper to make an intro to the Star Trek campaign if enough money was coming in.
Your market for that, and I
Otherwise,
will
he's doing
make
it for
this
free.
happen.
Yeah, things like that are things that we could be doing if we had the money. So feel free to support us by way of Humble Bundle while supporting charity. And if you want to jump on a Discord and tell me that I'm plugging too many things, there's the link to do that. So it's a shame we have to use the online system because I got new dice for my
I know.
birthday. And I'm not gonna name any names, but no, I am. Dave's gonna not get any bonus XP for it because I'm not actually running this game, and that's not a thing that I do anyway. But these are from Dave, and I am very thankful for that.
Awesome.
Yes. Happy belated birthday, Tim.
My birthday
Yeah.
is my
It's
birthday.
actually
Alright.
My
Sunday.
birthday is this coming Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Well, we
Well
had
then,
your birthday
happy
party
early
last.
birthday.
Yeah, we had my birthday party last weekend because Carol is going to be away this weekend. So
Yes.
Oh.
So then,
So, guys,
happy
night-
birthday early, Tim.
thank you.
He'll have the kids.
Ah,
I'm the only one leaving.
she's going on a ladies retreat with the church.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I also got this dice rolling thing.
Cool.
Trey.
So
Oh.
he won't lose any more dice on the floor.
Yeah,
Which is good because the cats steal them when they hit the floor.
that's true.
Except those metal dice will probably dent your floor.
Yes.
At any rate, Tripper is running this show, so whenever he wants to
Yay.
jump in and do that, he
Alright.
can jump
Well-
in and do
And
that.
then,
Stalling has been fine because apparently Eric rolled really badly on his computer technology score because his computer died. He just
Uh-oh.
told me, so he's having to boot up his laptop. So
Like
yeah,
died, or just like it wasn't
Died,
plugged
died. died,
in. Oh,
dead.
I died.
Like the fan is running, but it will not boot.
Uh-oh.
So
Just tell him to do it over and over and over again, and eventually it will happen.
maybe,
That's what I always do.
We'll see. And Matt failed his life roll, so that's why he's not here yet. So
Ouch.
I mean,
Dang.
Can't do anything about that.
yes, I have too much fun with that. But anyhow, so all right, welcome to Star Trek Lexington, Last of the Line. So today we're having a prologue session, the first of two. Basically, what today is going over basic rules, die rolls, and how those work. Oh, and Matt just joined. He must have heard me. At least he's on mobile. So he- system. It based on the sheet, you'd think that this is like massively complicated running the game, but it honestly isn't. The die rolls themselves are real simple. Hey there, Matty Matt.
Hey.
Perfect timing. So I just started my description of the ways the system works. So this system is based on what it calls in the book percentile die, but we just call D100s, meaning instead of your typical D20s like you're going to see in Mutants and Masterminds or D&D, everything is done with a 100. The way it works is, unlike most systems, you actually want to roll a low number. So on your sheet, you've got these different values between 1 and 99. And basically, that value represents your chance of succeeding in that task under adverse circumstances if there are no negative modifiers. So let's say you had 20 in computer technology, and let's say you're trying to use a computer while under a lot of stress. Say that you've got a crew member yelling at you or the ship's under attack. You roll there, and then that means that you have a 20% chance of succeeding. Now, being GM, I can either add to that or take away from it. Like I can make it more difficult or I can make it easier. So obviously you want to have as high a number as possible. Like, let's see, what are some of the highest numbers you guys have on your sheets?
99.
75.
We're not-
81.
yeah,
So-
it was 75.
All right, so Carol, what's your 75 in?
General medicine human.
Okay, general medicine human. So that means that let's say we have a scenario where you are in the med bay, and so that's general medicine. So that would not apply to first aid, however, right, Carol? If I'm
Right.
understanding. So that would be more diagnosing an illness. illness and treating an illness, but not like doing first aid like someone just got shot by a phaser. So
Right.
this would mean, let's say again, the ship's under attack. You've got a lot of, like, the lights are going on and off, just things are chaotic.
There.
If no other modifiers are applied, you would have a 75% chance of succeeding any rolls that you do concerning general medicine.
Huh.
Now, let's say it's total darkness. I could modify that and say take another 20 off, then you have a 55% chance. Or let's say that you're in a really good mood, I could add 10 more percent. It's just depending on the circumstance, that number can be modified one way or the other. Now, unlike most other systems, oftentimes you won't have to roll whatsoever as long as you have bare minimum proficiency in that skill. And this system defines bare minimum proficiency as a 10. So let's say you have a 10 in Starship Sensors, means you could use the sensors under normal, everyday conditions. Like, again, the ship's not under attack, you're not being rushed. You have the knowledge to be able to use the sensors to find an object out in space. Now, if that object is trying to hide from you, say it's something cloaked, well, then that's not routine. There'd have to be a roll there. And even if it's someone that, say, has an 80 in sensors, they're still going to be taking a negative because this is literally a cloaked ship. It's designed to not be found by sensors. So that could be like a 30 or something. It depends on the situation, what ship it is, anything
You need
else.
a heat-seeking photon torpedo in that case.
Yes. Do you know that Eric, according to what we put together, Eric was actually on the Excelsior when that happened? He was there.
Yeah, there's a couple people I noticed when I was looking at the dates that you had listed there that, like, I was like, they spent time on the Excelsior and all of it was in dry dock.
You still need a maintenance crew.
Yep.
This is true.
Hmm?
Or a shakedown crew or whatever. I mean, yeah. I mean, the ship was being significantly rebuilt, taking that transwarp drive out of it.
Oh, you put the dates in.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I sent a message like, if you, all of that was just what I did based on some die rolls, some research, and just what seemed to work well. If you want to make any adjustments, I'm open to it as long as it's not like drastic. But that's what I have so far.
Question: Where are you guys seeing the dates?
On your Excel sheet, if you look at your cadet cruises and your tours, if
on the
you,
very far right.
Actually,
on the
if you're
very far right.
if you're watching the
cool.
stream, I'm showing my sheet
Yes.
right now while we're talking about what everything means, and so you
Cool.
can actually see on my sheet where all my dates are, and then look in that same place on
Yeah.
yours.
Okay, USS Intrepid, the Krakow.
Yeah,
Cool.
USS Kharkov.
Oh, you had
So-
poor results from your Starbase headquarters.
Yes, I did.
You don't like being on space stations, I
I do
guess.
not. No.
Wait, were we on Starbase 1 at the same time?
I don't know. When were you on Starbase One?
I literally made a message in Discord listing when people were at the same place at the same time. So you don't even have
I
to look
don't
it up.
pay attention to Discord.
I
Well,
know.
that sounds like
Personal problem?
personal problem. Thank you, Carol.
Mhm.
2293 to 2295. We may have crossed paths.
Yeah.
Especially
that?
if you
Is that Eric?
He's on roll
especially
20.
if you like to carousing.
I don't remember if I like carousing or not. Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
I do a little
Probably
bit of
we
carousing.
probably were at the Starbase bar a few times.
I'm still surprised over the fact that I avoided literally everybody.
Well, look,
Yes.
there's a lot of people in Starfleet.
I also don't know anybody because I'm
Yeah.
a baby.
For
Well, that's
Carol
because you came
makes
straight out of.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you still smell like a cadet. You're that. Meanwhile,
Matt-
Matt smells like a litter box. So,
Oh.
Wow.
No, I was gonna say that art imitates real life, and like real life, Matt was late to everything.
Technically, my character was there as one of the first of the people present. He's
yeah,
one of the first people out of Starfleet.
You've been in
Academy.
Starfleet longer. You've been in Starfleet longer than the captain, almost. Like
Wait,
I think.
did I go
And he
to
finally
the
made up to
academy
lieutenant
with the
commander.
captain?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, how old are you, Matt?
I think we said 43.
43. I think that's
yeah,
what we said.
43.
Yes, 43.
Let's see. How old is the captain? That's the only problem with paper. No, the captain's 37. So you have been in Starfleet longer than the captain. So yeah, that's a thing.
These things happen.
Awesome.
These things do happen, especially
Didn't
when
we
you're
say?
Matt.
Didn't we say that he was in a cadet when before Carol's character was born?
Yeah,
Yes.
you could be my
Yeah.
dad.
Yes. Yes. If he had kittens. Oh, by the way, everyone, Matt's character is basically a cat, a Cation, so that's why the litter box joke came from.
Yeah.
Although, Coinless, one quick side note. I had to readjust some of your numbers. You're a few years older than you were originally because we had to add that one cruise, but
Yeah,
it
28.
doesn't make much of a difference. Yeah.
I
Doesn't
added
make much
the-
difference.
The one extra roll, which actually bumps up my my ability to use mechanical engineering to base.
True. So, anyhow, okay, we've got sidetracked. Someone keeps jumping in and out. Was
Okay,
that?
we're
is
good.
that-
I think it's
probably
Eric.
Yeah, I think so.
He's online on Roll20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him on Roll20. Apparently, this laptop is. He is rolling real bad on computer operation and technology.
Well, his desktop died earlier this year as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The Reckoning.
I'm gonna build a new one.
All right. So where the heck was I in the spiel? Oh yeah. So talking about how oftentimes, yes, there will be situations when you don't even need to roll. So yeah. So if you're basically proficient in something and there's no pressure in doing it, you'll get it done. It may not be quick. It's kind of similar to like taking 10 or taking 20 in Mutants and Masterminds. Honestly, it's roughly equivalent. So we get the idea. There's some tasks that you just don't need to roll for. Now, yes, Jacob.
I was just wondering, how does our strength, endurance, intelligence, and all that play into this game?
Well, that will also come into some situations. Okay, so we had one instance. Let's talk about Carol doing something involving medicine. Let's say you're doing something that involves just raw thinking power. That would be an intelligence roll. Or
Okay.
raw strength. That's a strength roll.
Right.
Now, there is one thing this system does not have that I am still trying to figure out exactly how to work around. There's no perception rolls like we have in Mutants and Masterminds. Like I want to say, okay, something's
Oh.
happening. Let's see if anyone notices it. That's on me. I'm still trying to figure out how to work around that because that's a very critical sort of thing. Do I just tell everyone that's happening? That takes all the fun out of it. There has to be some mystery to it. So I'll figure that out.
I mean, there's not a stealth either, so there's
True.
there's not a thing to roll against perception.
I know. I'm just thinking, just in general, do you notice, the alien, that just came out from around the tree, sort of thing?
I think that's just going to be a roll based on some difficulty that you decide,
That's probably fair. I'll have to
Yeah.
figure out.
and it'll probably be the same thing for stealth. It's just going to be, you're going to set a check, and then we're going to roll against
stealth could reasonably run off of Dex.
it. Well,
Yeah.
true.
Well, and perception could run off of intelligence.
Intelligence. That's honestly what I was
psionics.
thinking.
But
He's not
No.
psionics.
Yeah.
I think everybody does not want it to run off of psionics.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it running off of psionics.
I mean, I will
Yeah.
not notice the guy that's standing right in front of me if we do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Captain walks up, roll perception. All of us fail.
I don't see him anywhere.
And that was how the Lexington ran into a planet.
Came out
Oh.
My
of
assumption
like,
that it
it
is
was-
easy to die is correct in this game. All right.
But like,
Oh, space,
would-
space is a dangerous place. What was that, Matt?
but you would also use said perception for when the captain comes aboard the bridge, wouldn't you?
I mean, yes. I mean, there are plenty of times when.
Yeah,
I'll
but
figure
there's
something
usually a
out.
yeoman that
Yeah.
does the little whistle,
Yeah.
and that's their one job.
Not if it's running off the side.
I
You know,
mean,
they don't do that. Someone will shout "Captain" on the bridge. It's not always helpful. If I'm thinking through my episodes.
Yeah, I just remember people yelling "Captain"
They-
on the bridge.
They do that a lot. Sometimes I
Yeah,
hear the whistle
that would
and
be what it
that.
was.
those doors aren't quiet.
Yeah,
Just
they go.
saying.
Psst.
That is also.
What?
Or no. In Star Trek, they make a more
What?
squeaky sound. That's right.
The cosmic brownies
Yeah.
in here.
Yes.
Can I have one?
Let's see. During this era, it'd be like somewhere in between. It's not the
Everybody
squeaky
say hi
doors
to
in the original
Grizz.
series.
Who is
Hi,
looking for cosmic
Grizz.
brownie?
They're
Hope
saying
you
hi
enjoy
to
your
you.
brownies.
Hello.
Everybody.
Yeah, the stream. I'm on stream.
Who's on stream?
And I do have to
Everybody.
say,
Everybody.
cosmic brownies.
Everybody.
Hi,
Hey,
everybody.
Grizz.
Say hi,
Hi,
Grizz.
Grizz.
Hola.
I have to say that cosmic brownies are appropriate for a Star Trek-based game.
They are.
Cosmic brownies are never appropriate.
What?
Oh.
They're
I got-
always
I got the
appropriate.
big pack.
Every sensual.
I don't know how to
Yes.
see that.
There we go.
I will actually
You're
agree
so
with Carol
gross.
on that statement. I do not like cosmic brownies.
They're so
I
gross.
don't like chocolate, but I can
I-
eat those all day long.
I am not going to judge you either. I'm just saying that it's an appropriate name for a snack.
I mean,
I
you're-
will openly and actively judge you.
Yep,
as
and
you eat
I
your
and I will
cosmic brownies.
actively and openly ignore your judgment.
I know.
And it's all out of
Hello.
love.
Hey!
We made it.
Yeah. I've been scrambling around.
So you failed your computer operation role.
Are
I most
you
certainly
are you putting up a cartoon character or should I hide you?
My laptop cannot handle any this
Okay.
stream is pushing the boundaries of my laptop right now, so
That's fine.
No.
not today. That's how I got online. I was like, all right, I'm gonna strip it all down to like basics. I got Roll20 and I got audio. That's all I got.
That's fine. I just
No.
wanted to
Okay.
make sure before I.
Well, Eric, your
Yeah,
presence
no,
is
absolutely.
enough for us, so we're happy.
I thought you
Aw,
were going to
thank
be
you.
How
using
sweet.
like your kid's tablet or something, Eric.
It's pretty close. I was eyeing my phone. I'm like, I'm gonna do a phone thing today.
Oh man, I've had to. I've done it. It's not
Yeah.
fun. Oh
Mm.
god. All right, so
Yeah,
Eric,
it's-
I've been going over
yeah,
the
anyway.
rules. How much have you read of how they work?
So bear with me too. My internet's kind of sporadic. But anyways, go ahead.
I think he's got a bad lag.
Are we recording this episode on stream
Yes.
or no?
So Chirp just asked
Oh, good.
you
So I'll
how
watch what
familiar
I missed.
are you with the game mechanics, like the play mechanics, if you've read up on it, or does he need to start back at the beginning?
Quick summary. If you have 10 and above, like that's like casually, if you have all the time in the world, you should be able to not have to roll. And then there's varying degrees of how stressful or time urgent is it, and that will dictate a roll. It's a D100. And then if you have absolutely no skill in anything at all, you get to use luck if it's like a life or death, imminent, game-breaking situation. And that's it. That's what I know.
That's not good.
That was
Oh.
explained
How'd I do?
very well. That was. You probably explained it more succinctly, definitely more succinctly than I did, probably as well as I did. So hey, congratulations, you did it. So
Okay, cool.
someone is breathing on their microphone.
Sorry, that might be me because I'm getting frustrated at my light. As you can tell from the blinking.
Oh,
And in the game, low is better.
It's a laser light. He's getting
Yes.
distracted.
yes. In the game, low number is better. You want to roll low because the score you have is basically your percent chance of succeeding with no modifiers.
Which means that we know Matt will be rolling a lot of high numbers.
Again,
I really
so
hope not.
that's why he's been
Matt.
in,
Low and slow.
that's why he's been in Starfleet longer than the captain. So
Have we done an example of a roll or a check of like? Or
we've
we haven't
not
got
actually
to that.
done a roll, but I gave an example of like with Carol. She's got a score of 75 in general medicine, meaning that let's say under moderately adverse conditions, she has a 75% chance of succeeding on something involving, let's say, diagnosing an issue or. Now, general medicine is pretty broad. This is not surgery, but this is more
No,
like
it's like when we
Primary
were
care,
talking about yeah.
Diagnosing the problem.
This is your
Yeah.
this is your skill check for being a primary care
Yeah.
provider.
right.
I have a
If you have a
71 in
broken
emergency
arm, she has a
medicine.
75% chance of noticing that your arm is broken.
No. A broken arm
So
is
when you roll it,
emergency
she needs to
medicine.
get like a 25 and under.
I
Wait,
have,
so-
I have a
No.
71
They
in
both could
emergency
do it.
medicine.
I mean,
I
At
wouldn't.
25
I,
or over.
I wouldn't think that in Star Trek that a broken bone is emergency medicine because they have like the micro sutures
Well,
and all
I mean,
that stuff.
No,
and-
emergency doesn't designate how hard it is to do it. It's how
Okay.
quickly you need it worked on.
Yeah.
and also, I hate to say it, a lot of emergency medicine stuff gets seen in general practice, and general practice sees emergency medicine. It's just anyway.
There's overlap.
But
Yeah.
so if you're rolling it though, the 75, she would need to roll what 1 through 75 to get it right, and then
Correct.
76 and above would be
Correct.
bad
It
luck.
would be failure.
got it. Okay, got it.
Oh.
But
Now,
if she
there-
had like 10 in it, so if she had 10 in it, she needs to get what?
1 to 10. That means she has a 10% chance of succeeding.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
So the people that have basic proficiency,
have-
like, only have a 10% chance of succeeding under adverse conditions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Possibly
how the
less.
dice are really going to own us. The dice are going to own us in a bad situation.
Please don't put me on.
Possibly
Don't,
less.
please don't put me on the starship weapons. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
you guys
dragging
can use
this.
weapons.
Fire.
I don't even think I can do that.
Womp, 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 womp.
Star Trek weapons and technology, undefined.
Oh no, I have technology.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, wait.
I don't have operation at all.
Wait,
Never mind.
Nope, I don't have any of those.
Operation.
Who's
I don't.
firing
It's
the weapons?
undefined.
Or
That's a
can-
higher.
I
higher
can
job.
manage the sensors. That's about it.
I can push
I've got the
buttons on the
shields, which I
sensors.
feel-
That's about it.
Sensors are where it ends for me.
I'm slightly better than basic on sensors, but only slightly.
So what is
Slight.
slightly better than basic, or what's basic? I guess is that
10
20?
is basic.
Is 10.
10 is basic.
10,
Oh, okay.
10
But I'm-
means you've received some.
like 11,
Like-
12.
You've had at least an intro course in it. Like
Okay, so
Qualified.
all right.
You've been
then I'm pretty good
shown
at
how
sensors
it
then,
works.
if that's the case.
I mean, yes, literally 10 is considered qualified. The scale is 0 is unskilled, 1 to 9 is semi-skilled, 10 is minimum proficiency. So 10 to 39 is qualified, 40 to 79 is professional, 80 to 95 is expert, and 96 and above is an acknowledged leader.
All right, so I've got a couple of professionals then.
Wait, what'd you say professional was? 40?
Let me read that one more time for those in the back. If I can find it again. Okay, so 0 unskilled, 1 to 9 semi-skilled, 10 is the minimum proficiency. So what also means though is that someone who is 1 to 9, even if they can take their time, they still have to roll for it.
Right.
So there's no guaranteed success there under any
Right.
circumstance. So 10 to 39 is qualified, 40 to 79 is professional, 80 to 95 is expert, and 96 and above is an acknowledged leader. So basically, like the best of the best.
Gotcha.
Like her
Like
cast.
you invented warp drive, basically.
so coinless is a leader of luck.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I also have 99 in biotechnology, so
a
I
lucky
could just
bastard.
Yes.
straight up go. I wrote the book on it.
Coinless is min-maxed like all hell. Like if it involves biotech, he's your guy. If it involves a critical situation where we all die, he's your guy. If literally anything else, don't bother him.
Yeah.
I'm a professional carouser.
Yes, that's gonna be interesting.
So
Now,
so
speaking of-
Coinless is going to be like the. Sorry, the Coinless is going to be the guy that like the entire ship is, the whole thing. He does nothing, and then he just shows up, flips the switch, saves the day, and just goes back to his quarters. And is like, I'm done.
He's gonna be Wesley Crusher.
Oh, God. Is he the Mary?
Season 1.
Is he the Mary Sue? Oh no.
Did you hear about Wesley Crusher?
Will
In
Wheaton or
Star
Wesley
Trek
Crusher?
Online.
Yeah, on Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Wesley Crusher is the new villain on Star Trek Online.
He's the alternate universe, mirror universe. Wesley Crusher is the Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh God, that is no. No.
I want to hear that story. How he rose to emperor.
No.
Well,
I
apparently,
didn't hear
you
that.
remember how he got powers
Yeah. it's-
Apparently, alternate mirror universe him has those same powers.
Oh.
Oh,
So that would have happened after he met the Traveler.
Whoa,
Where's
that was
their
that was a fish.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out who that blank person is at the bottom of the.
That's
It's probably
Eric, I
me.
believe.
I have the video shut off.
Yeah, it's Eric.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
don't turn
I'm
your
pretty
camera
sure
off
it's
because then I can't hide you.
Oh.
Oh,
You're hidden
okay.
this whole time.
Yes.
So I
Roll
can
stealth.
keep it so that no one sees you. But then if you hide,
Got it.
if you turn your camera off, then the system shows everyone that your camera is off. I don't know why.
Okay.
Because
Don't hide, because then I can't hide you.
Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense.
Okay. So, now speaking of luck, I mentioned this before. I don't think Eric was here, so I'll mention it again. Because Coinless has 99 in luck, that does not mean that he can use luck on literally anything, because that would absolutely break everything.
Yeah.
But the game rules recognize this, so luck can only be used in this case when it's a life or death situation. Now, how we'll get to later in combat, we're not talking about today. Luck also can determine in combat if, like, you were going to die, that can give you a chance to not. But again, we're not there yet.
He's immortal.
I feel like if you're gonna
Walking
die
through
counts as a
bullets.
life or death situation, though. So I feel like
True.
that's
This is true.
covered
So it's
already.
it's an specific example of it.
Okay.
So we'll get there. We'll get there. It's a special
My
case.
character
of it.
walking around with like a bunch of like bombs tied to his waist, just perpetually on the edge of death.
Well, no, no. The reason you can't die is every time a part gets blasted off, you immediately replace it with a machine. So you're fixing yourself faster than you can die.
I just have contingency organs.
Not in my med
like-
Thank
bay.
goodness, my,
Like, what
my
you get-
13th brain was backed up to the basement.
Yeah.
The-
what you got in your backpack there? Oh, some backup lungs. You just never know when you're gonna need a lung.
It's just like you remember like Tony Stark when he's first getting like the robot parts to fly onto him. They just like propel themselves into my body.
And that's when the game became a little. That's when it became a horror game. Oh no! Don't.
And that's why my light is blinking.
I don't think that's related.
Star Trek: The Horror Edition.
So, question.
Okay.
In the game, is there a chance that we can increase some of the stats and things that we have?
Yes, that is a great question. Generally, the way that works is if during a session you successfully use that skill, depending on how well you do it, we can do a die roll to determine how many points. I think it's a 0 through 3 you roll to determine how many extra points that you would get in that, if any. And
Okay.
Matt just died.
Well,
Got him.
yeah. His light just died.
Yes. But that is a good. Actually, I was going to get to that later in the
Temporarily.
session, but that's a
Oh,
good question.
sorry.
My light temporarily died.
Temporarily died.
You know they sell bulbs
It'll
for
get
that.
better. Oh,
I was
Yeah.
half expecting a Gorn to show up behind him.
oh.
You just took out
The lights
blinking
come
light.
back on and there's just something standing there.
Speaking of horror, so
A Gorn? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Quinless?
said a Gorn.
You know,
All
Star
right.
Trek horror theme.
Well, everyone's
Gorn isn't-
here,
Unless I'm wrong.
so what we're going to do is for today's scenario, we are obviously having to massively fudge the timeline, considering like our newest member started like yesterday, and the oldest started when Kirk still had. Actually, no, he hadn't even grown sideburns yet. Yeah, so way back in the day.
Why can't we just say that we're having a crew orientation?
Dave, let me get to it. Dave, please, let me run the game.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
So what this is going to be is, yeah, there's a little bit of fudging going on. Literally everyone here is either a cadet or is receiving extra training, except for Matt, who's actually going to be a crew member. That's basically being sent for. He's supervising, but he's also not remedial's not the word, but he's just like, hey, go and learn some things. Go. So yes. So for today's session, you all are on a training exercise on the USS Machina, a Miranda class ship. And let me move.
Deus Ex.
Yes, that name was absolutely chosen with a reason. All right, so you all are on this ship. Like I said, it's part of a training exercise. This has become a training ship. You are in the solar system right now, and that's all this ship is used for, is training cadets. And yeah, training ship. I don't know how else to describe it. So that's where you all are right
The
now.
big thing at the top is a training wheel.
I mean, that's where the photon torpedoes come from, but sure, let's go with that.
Wait,
Okay.
they fire their photon torpedoes from an exterior box?
Yes, it's the
Okay.
most. It's the most.
That feels.
Have you
Horribly
watched?
inefficient.
Yeah, this is the same. This was the same ship as the USS Reliant from Star Trek II. Yeah, that was one of the things about this class of ship. Non-nerding out is these lasted like over 100 years because they were so modular. So like, yeah, they could replace that top thing with basically anything they wanted to: sensors, weapons, yada yada yada. So that's why these things were still getting destroyed in the Dominion War, like over 100 years after they were first built.
Oh wow.
It has nothing to do with the fact that they were still reusing the same model from Star Trek II. Nothing at all.
No.
No. So anyhow, you all have made it onto the ship, and you are in the cadet waiting area, and you're going to hear this. Let's see. Attention all, this is Captain Intriga. On behalf of the Academy, I'd like to welcome our cadets to this training cruise. Today, we'll be putting you through Starship Operations training to see how well you handle real scenarios. Some of you will be working in your area of focus, and some will be trying new things. In any case, I expect the best of you to live up to the calling that is Starfleet. Godspeed, cadets. All right, so what I need from everyone.
I like how we have all of our ranks, even the stuff that we haven't taken courses on yet.
Yeah,
Right.
I was not going to have to make you redo that. No, that was not worth doing. So I need everyone to roll me a D100.
Oh boy, this is gonna be bad.
Oof.
Ooh. Hopefully we want a high roll, right?
No.
We never want a high roll. That's my first bad roll since I started making this character.
I'll trade with you.
Let's see.
I'll take your 93.
Mm.
All right, is that everyone? I'm missing someone. Who am I missing?
Eric.
Eric.
Eric? You there, Eric? Eric.
I don't think he is.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
3,
He
4,
failed
5,
his
6.
computer
Nope.
operations.
We have 8 people
Yeah,
online.
he's not on.
Sad.
Oh. My laptop can't handle the stream, so I guess I'll have something.
I have to catch the
Get
recording.
Yep.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Eric will be out of this. So, all right. This is going to be fun.
He was in the
So-
sick bay when this is going down.
So what this roll meant is anyone who rolled lower than 50 or below, you are going to be stationed at your area of expertise. Anyone 51 or above means you're going to be stationed somewhere different.
Oh,
So that means that Dave and Chris are going to be in their locations, and that means Dave is going to be at security, and Chris, what's your area again?
Engineering, astronautics.
All right. Well, you're just going to be in engineering in general, because at this point in your career, you would have not really specialized that far. So, all right. So that means everyone else is going to do another roll.
Wait,
Another
is,
D100.
wait, is Matt finding out? Because isn't he on crew? So shouldn't he just be in his area of expertise?
At that point, yes.
Well, that is a good thought. How would they do that? Let's let the die decide. Matt, give me another roll.
Oh boy. 9.
Wow.
hey.
Okay, so Matt, you
Wow.
are going to be in communications. All right. Okay, so that means I need Jacob, Carol, Tim, and Pointless
I
to
don't
give
wanna-
me another. Oh, Tim. Just right on the line. Okay.
Hey, 37. Woo!
It's like
So
a
everyone
knot.
that didn't
Alright.
make it.
Don't mind me. There's like a knot in my beard that I'm having trouble getting out.
So if we didn't get below 50, we just roll again.
If you didn't get it below 50, you roll again. That's correct.
Was it below 50 or below 51?
Or if you didn't, no, you're fine on this one, Tim. He's talking the previous roll. Okay.
So I thought you said 51
it's-
before. That's what I was asking.
No, it's 50 or below.
Oh.
Like it's
Yeah. So
it's 50.
So below 50.
so below
One.
51, which is
Below
what I was
51.
asking, Yeah.
So, all right. So far we've got. All right. So Dave is in security. Chris is in engineering. Matt is in communications. And now, according to these numbers, because I wrote down what each goes to. Let's see. Tim is going to be also in security. Carol is going to be in science.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Yeah. that's
Jacob
reasonable.
Jacob is going to be in security,
Oh my goodness.
and Coinless is going to be with Matt in communications.
Oh,
All right, so make sure everyone remembers what
So we
they.
have no.
So we
medical.
don't have anyone in medical.
Nope.
Yeah, no one
Not for
is
this
working
mission.
it was
For
just
this
a,
mission-
it's a test.
Yeah, this mission actually no one's doing medical or helm/tactical.
Oh,
So where
there-
are we going then?
We have no clue.
We can't steer the ship.
Well,
Well,
someone else.
there's a crew on
There's
board.
other people, you know.
We're not
you're not having
everybody.
to do everything.
It's
No,
not a skeleton crew.
no, it's you are just a few cadets and crew members out of like 100 people, more than 100. So this is just going to be the individual tasks that you have been given. All right. So for everyone in engineering, what you're doing today is handling a shield emitter failure. For those in security, you're going over procedure for containing a brig inmate.
Okay.
Communications is going to be countering signal interference. And science is going to be dissecting a new species of crustacean.
Ooh.
Wait, what's
All right.
security doing? We're doing a brig update.
Containing a bridge inmate.
Brig.
Brig.
Oh, okay.
Procedure for containing
Brig.
a brig.
Brig.
inmate.
Okay.
I don't know why I wrote bridge.
Well, they're very different. Like that is far from
That's
what you get.
So that
All
means
right.
I can't take a nap in the brig. Got it.
This is like the
Well, maybe
best
one
possible
other cells.
science assignment you could have given me.
Well, hey, I'm glad. All right, so we are going to go in order based on how I have it written here on the sheet. So, all my engineering people, let's see, and that is who again?
Chris.
One.
Chris.
Oh,
All
no.
right, Chris, you
All
are
right.
probably going to be making rolls in which you have absolutely no skill, but that's okay. This is a learning experience for us all. You're going to be the guinea pig. All right, let me
Do
pull up.
this.
But if we
Let me
do well
pull
in
up
it, we might gain ranks in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
if he does well in it, he could gain ranks.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so Chris, engineering. Let's see. You actually have. Huh. Chris. Yeah, you actually have skills that will work for this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if I'm reading the right, yeah, you've got 10 in deflector shield technology. If I'm looking at the right sheet,
Yeah.
and 20 in operation. So that means that you will have a leg up on this. So, all right.
Cool.
However, this would be assuming that this was in a relaxed scenario, which is, of course, this is not going to be. All right, so you are in engineering, and there's officers there, and you're given your assignment saying, all right, the shield emitters are off by 0.85 microns, and that is causing fluctuations throughout the system. You will have 15 minutes to identify the problem and come up with a solution. Someone's yelling.
That would be Chris.
Of course.
He's always yelling.
I noticed.
It does come up.
All right. It does come up. All right. All right, Chris. So the 15 minutes starts now. So what I want you to do is give me a. So you're going to be rolling shield deflector technology. So I'm going to give
Okay.
you a bonus of 20, considering that this is only an exercise and you're not actually under life and death stress. So you have a 10 in it, but that means you now have a 30% chance to succeed.
All right. So in that case, would I do roll like a D100 then minus 30 or plus 30?
No, you just roll roll a straight D100, and the number that you've got to be, you got to be below 31.
Okay. All right, rolling now. 46.
Fail.
46. All right, you were unsuccessful in your first attempt. The proctor, for lack of a better term, is going to look at your notes. Very loud.
Is his
Becoming a
door
life and
open?
death. Becoming a life and death
No,
situation.
I'm just gonna send him a message though.
Okay.
He's gonna. So the supervisor is going to look at it, give you some notes on what you did wrong, and is going to give you a chance to do it again. All right. So now you're going to have a plus 40. So roll it again for me. So now you got to get a 50 or below.
50 or below.
Mhm.
All right, big low number.
Woo!
Oh,
Cool.
man. All right, supervisor going to say, Cadet, that was some damn fine engineering.
Thank
what,
you, sir.
What division did you say you're in?
Astronautics.
Astronautics. All right. Well,
I
think
dabble in others.
yeah, I think your future captain will be happy to know that in an emergency you can step in and help with the shield. So he'll give you a pat on the back and say, "All right, go down to the chow hall. You've earned it."
Sweet.
Good job, Chris! Yay!
Yay.
All right. Guinea pig number 1 succeeded. Yep. Eric's trying to come back. Let's see if that works. So, I just saw his little cartoon guy pop back up.
Oh.
Yeah, I suggested that he join
From the phone?
Video Ninja on like an iPad or something, and then just only use his laptop for Roll20 and see if that works.
That is a brilliant thought. That was a successful computer roll, Dave. Congratulations.
Yay!
My computing. Let's see. My computer operations is actually a 44 for some reason. I don't know why.
Mine's 40.
All right. Oh,
Everyone gets a
someone
basic
jumped in.
amount.
All right. Let's. Okay, so now we are gonna have a lot of fun. Next up is security.
Hold on. Do you want Eric to do his role?
Yes, if Eric is able to make it in. Let's.
What am I doing?
Oh,
roll
hey,
D100 in roll 20.
Yes, roll a D100.
D100.
Yep.
What's it for? Just so I
To
can
determine. All right, so we're on a cadet training cruise right now, basically like in the solar system. So very low threshold.
50.
50.
I'm very middle of the way, guys.
He's doing his job.
That means that you are going to be stationed at actually your area of expertise. So what department are you in, Dave?
Eric.
Eric.
All right, Eric.
I think he was navigation, right?
I am navigation, yes.
Or helm?
Which,
yeah.
Well, no, it's actually navigation, even though navigation controls the shields, which I guess they straighten that out in later Star Treks. But yeah, navigation.
All right. So under this scheme,
go ahead.
That means you're going to be, because of the closest, you're actually going to be doing helm/tactical for this exercise. So what you just missed is we ran through a training exercise where Chris was in engineering and was given a problem with handling a shield emitter failure, and he has a 10 in technology, and this is under a timed scenario, so he actually had to roll for it. I gave him a 30 for the first one because it was only an exercise. There's no real pressure. He failed the first one, got some notes, then a 50% chance of succeeding, and rolled a 5. So he succeeded. We all gave him yay, and
nice, Chris.
All right. So our next one is security, in which we are going to have 3 participants, and this is going to be glorious.
Oh, so fun.
And that, if I recall correctly, is going to be Dave, Tim, and Jacob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So their task is going to be handling procedure for containing a brig inmate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the 3 of you are going to get escorted into the brig, and you are going to see a guy standing there wearing civilian clothing. Really burly, tough-looking dude. Really, like, got a scar on his face. Like, they picked a guy that looks the part, and with their equivalent of handcuffs or like magnetic or something. And he's just sitting there scowling at you. And so the officer comes in and says, "All right, cadets. So today we are going to go through what the procedures are for intaking a brig prisoner and securing him." All right. Let's see. So that is going to fall under security procedures will be the role. So the officer is going to say, all right, just walk me through the process. So I need all 3 of you to give me a role in security procedures.
Question.
Oh.
Yes.
I have nothing in security procedures.
Yeah, same.
All right.
You don't contribute anything, don't you, to the role,
Nope.
right?
Your
Because you have
hands
no
phased.
idea, and it's not life or death. So
Nope.
I just see you just holding your hands up, shrugging. You're like, I don't know.
You're like, is that the prisoner?
I imagine.
You want me to do
I
what, though?
imagine we're supposed to get that guy into that box, right?
Maybe play with the computer a little bit.
Yes, you are.
Walk up and
So-
poke him a couple times.
Negotiate your way through it.
Yeah. Let me get some negotiation.
There we go.
Can you
Like-
please go in there?
Let me
Okay,
convince
why
him to
did you
go
say
into
so?
the brig.
You could try to charm him in, right? Charisma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It could be a charisma
I mean,
thing,
yeah.
right?
I
All
could
right.
Throw
definitely
him
use
in there
charisma.
with your strength.
Yeah, I
it's
have
funny because my charisma is actually higher than my security procedures.
All
That's how
right.
he's gotten this far. He's like, wink, wink. I know what I'm doing. Wink, wink.
I mean, my security procedures is still 40, and I still failed. So
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Well, actually,
Okay.
no. You got a plus 20 because this is only a training exercise.
oh, okay, then
Oh,
then I know what
yay.
to do.
Hey, we did it.
Yes. Well, he did it. You guys just kind of stood there,
I was hoping it was a group project.
and the officer is just watching that, just looking at you guys. Just
I didn't take this class yet.
don't worry, cadet. This is how you learn. So, all right. So that was step 1. So Dave successfully searches the prisoner, checks him over, makes sure he has nothing. All right. So now on to step 2.
In this game, we check our prisoners before we put them in the brig.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
All right.
They were not set to stun.
Now,
Metagaming?
well, for
Hey, listen, I did the hard work of shooting him in the head.
God.
Pineapple? Question mark?
I don't even know, man. Space pineapple? Wow. All right. Let me think. I'm actually going to do something fun that I. So in situations, in situations when someone is unskilled, I may think of some other skills to substitute with a major negative.
Okay.
So I'm thinking with Tim, I'm actually going to let him use diplomacy for this with a negative 30.
Okay.
To try, because this step is trying to get the guy into the cell. So Tim is going to try to sweet talk the guy into the cell.
So is it negative 30 and plus 20 for not being a life?
No,
situation?
just negative 30. Just
Nice,
negative 30.
nice.
Nice try,
Hey, I
Mr.
did-
Negotiator.
hey,
Trying to hustle you. That was good. That was good.
Love it.
I see your negotiation skills, and I say, no, sir.
All right. Well, I still failed by 3 then,
All right, let's see. I'm looking at Jacob.
but only by 3.
Oh.
Looking at
Computer
anything.
operation?
It's gonna be like access skills you can use.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Like poke him a few times and try to type in a code? Like,
I mean, sure.
let's
Site
see.
to site
Accidentally
transport.
set the handcuffs off, and then he's free to go.
All right, you've got administration, so I'll give you
I
that.
do.
Yeah, you've got 40 in administration.
Minus
So
30.
let's say
Hey.
this is you basically trying to just tell him to get into there.
Okay.
So,
Is it,
Awesome.
is it also minus 30?
yes, so he has a 10% chance.
Okay.
And then
Trying
Dave
to
is going
explain
to
to
do
him
his.
that the paperwork's worse than actually going into the brig. Is that what he's
Oh.
trying to explain?
Uh, Jacob does not succeed.
Go.
All right. Have Tim and Eric rolled yet? Or Tim and Dave rolled? Tim
I
and Dave
did.
rolled yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dave,
no,
rolled. Dave won, or Dave got it.
Remember, I got
Yeah, Dave
I
got a
got him in.
46.
Mhm.
First
No,
got his guy
we're
in
doing.
It's another roll.
Oh, we're
Oh,
doing
another
another
roll.
roll.
We're trying
Yeah,
to get him
okay.
into the cell now. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yes.
So
Oh.
this
Yep,
is
yep,
the one
yep.
where my thing is 45.
53, and I'm
Oof.
guessing that's personal combat unarmed.
No, this is
No.
still security procedures.
Oh.
Oh, then he's
You're not punching him. Or are you just going to knock
is
him
that
out and
plus
then
the
drag him?
Plus the 20,
Yes. So
so
you.
I still succeed then.
All right. So here, Tim and Jacob are just like trying to like coax the guy into the cell. And Dave just kind of grabs him by the back and just shoves him in. And then the officer's just kind of like,
Oh boy.
okay. All right. And now finally, for securing the cell itself. So now
I can
this
do that.
one. Yes. All right. So Dave is still doing this. Is still security procedures.
Oh damn.
For Tim, let me pull up his sheet, see what he's got.
I mean, I'm an engineer, so I have a lot of things.
I crushed that one.
You
Oh,
crushed him?
nice.
All right. Let's see though if they have any success. Let's see. I would use deflector shield operation because this is a force field, but Tim has exactly nothing in that.
Sure.
Neither do I.
Okay. Let's see. What
Computer operations.
I mean, I guess.
Yes.
Nice. Yes. All right. I'll give another negative 30. So Tim has a 10% chance.
I have slightly more ranks in mechanical engineering.
I don't think that counts.
Probably doesn't count.
All right, let's try this.
Because honestly, what this
Oh, I
is
failed
you
that.
know how to use a computer. You just don't know the steps required for this procedure. That's
Nope.
the problem.
Not at all.
Computer,
The red
make
button.
the wall go up.
Do stuff.
Computer.
Oh, jeez.
Like even the transporter, you just go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tim yells at the console. What does Jacob do?
Well, let's see.
Now
Jacob
hold
got-
on. I yell at the console. I feel like that's uncharacteristic.
that's-
He
No,
tries to use diplomacy.
Well, that's what the officer is going to write in his notes.
no,
So-
he tries
Yell
coaxing.
that
I'm
console.
gonna have to convince somebody that the officer was lying.
You're not going to
Charisma
see
roll.
this.
Exaggerating.
You're never going to see this report. No, that's not how
No.
this works.
Tim tries to seduce the console. Is what
So I managed to turn on the gate, but it's actually the gate for the wrong cell.
No, I will accept that answer. That is funny. I will take that. And meanwhile, Dave just looks at the two of them.
He's like, there's a button here that says close.
And
labeled Brig Door.
We've been watching Discovery, and one of the episodes we watched last night, literally, it showed a close up of the dude pushing a button that says close and a button that says open.
Yep.
Yep. So again, the officer is going to nod when Dave does that and look at the two of you.
That's
All
good,
right.
right? We got a lot of
So-
check marks.
Okay, so then the officer is going to go. All right, cadets. That exercise is it's over. So he's going to give Dave a pat on the back and say, "All right, you three go down to the mess hall. You've earned it, I guess." So
I'll look at him and I'll be like, "Don't touch me."
like, what was that, cadet?
Insubordination.
My
gonna-
personal bubble.
He's
It's
going
here.
right into the next brig over.
Starfleet does. The military does not allow for personal bubbles. You can ask certain people on
That's
this call.
inappropriate. That's inappropriate contact.
Roll administration.
All right, I got a 51 in administration.
Or Federation law. He's got to know the laws of the.
Federation law. I actually have. Let's see. Where is that?
My goodness.
10.
He's gonna be like, oh, never
social
mind.
science, right? Social science.
It is a social science. I recall correctly.
Yeah.
It's 15
You
unless
should have a
invested
15.
more.
I have a 20.
Oh, you put
nice.
more into it.
Okay, then.
Oh, someone's lawyering up.
Ooh.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
fun-
you figure a security, you would need to
That's
know a little bit about
Yeah.
Federation
just a
law.
little
That makes sense. That checks
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So in Dave's case, you know just how far you can abuse them before you actually break any
That's
laws.
right. Whoa. We gotta read him his rights first before we.
That can't be recorded.
You know,
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
If Dave ran a starship, you do know that there would just be like an airlock right attached to it. Right.
Oh, yeah.
to Briggs. Like
Oh, yeah.
every Briggs cell would have an airlock.
No, the brig would be the airlock.
Space is my brig. I'm gonna send you out here to cool off. Eh. Oh, that was so stupid. Okay, moving on. All right, good job, everyone. Yay!
Yay!
Next, we've got communications. Was that just Matt?
And me.
Or Matt and Coinless. All right.
Hmm.
So, your task today, gentlemen, and you will choose to accept it, is countering signal interference. All right. And so this actually is going to be happening on the bridge. So, hey, you get the exciting gig. Actually, you're also going to see Eric's character is also going to be going over to the helm at this point, to the tactical console. So you guys get the fun jobs.
Mhm.
All right, so the officer leads you guys over and sits you down at the console and says, "All right, cadets, your task for today is to counter the signal interference that is preventing us from receiving a signal from Io. So you have 15 minutes to diagnose what the issue is and come up with a solution, and finally to tell me what the message is. Your 15 minutes start now. All right, gentlemen. So I need...
Do you have Starship sensors?
No, this is communications systems operation or technology. I'll take either, whichever is better.
Which of 0 is better?
All right.
I got computer operations and
It's... Let me pull up your sheet.
computer technology.
Let me see what I'm working with.
You know, if you're concentrating in cybernetics, I'm sure there are communication issues with that occur with cybernetics.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah,
Signal
like, no,
interference.
don't take off my arm and replace it with metal.
All right. All right, so what I'm looking at here, so Matt has a 40 in operation, so that means that he's going to be having a 60 for Pointless has none. You do a computer operation, I'll give you that with a negative 30, so you have a 12 on that. So, all right, so Matt succeeds in step 1, which is
Identifying the problem.
countering. Yes, identifying the problem. Yes, sir. All right.
It's,
And you
Do not.
and Matt fixes it, and then Pointless makes it worse again.
I just feel like I just like hit it, like hit the desk. I'm like, I'm a doctor, not a. I don't work with computer.
I'm a doctor, not Uhura. Okay.
Matt
But
determined it had to do with time.
something like that. Yes. Hey, when we get to actual scenarios for like the main campaign, I'll have these well more thought through as far as like specifics on things. For this right now, this is about the die rolls and just.
Fish just
screwing
like
around.
turns to the
So.
guy.
Yeah, I know.
Fish is like, if you could just like point a gun to me and kill me at the end of 15 minutes if I don't get it right, I think that would be better. I work very well under pressure. This is a very non-pressure situation.
For the sake of your career, that conversation never happened.
Yeah.
It's like an internal kind of like slight glare.
Okay. Like maybe a senior officer could get away with that as a joke. You? No.
It's an internal.
Okay, so Matt has successfully identified that the problem is a sensor jamming probe in orbit of Jupiter. All right, so now they have to determine how to counteract.
Is it an
that.
obelisk or
No, it's not. It's a metal cylinder.
Okay.
This is a training exercise.
It's a metal cylinder with a globe hanging off of it with a beam of light. What?
Is it
No,
cigar shaped?
it's not. It's not looking for whales.
Is it black and rectangular?
I have.
And then are there primates that are throwing bones around?
Hey, you got Kubrick in my Star Trek.
I'm afraid, Tripper, I cannot do that. I'm sorry, Tripper, I cannot do that.
Okay, so anyhow, all right. So now, Matt, you guys got to figure out how to counteract this. All right, so yeah,
With a giant floating baby.
Pointless. So yes, you are rolling computer operations with a negative 30, so you have a 12% chance. And Matt is rolling his with a plus 20, so that's what, 60%, Matt? Okay.
Can I?
All right.
Can I make a charisma roll? Can I like slide over to Matt and be like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" Oh, you solid. Starship.
Hold me through this.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here.
Okay, I'll let this actually happen. Okay. How do you respond to that, Matt?
I do, and I just was like, I do kind of specialize in medical fields. So if we ever meet in the future, I'd totally be your guy.
And at that point, I just want to say, is that how you've gotten this far?
No, I just kind of invented
To be fair,
biotechnology.
He's a cadet. He hasn't actually gotten any far.
But he's had to have passed some classes to get to this point.
You don't know that. They didn't teach us nothing. They just threw us into a brig and were like, hey, take a wild stab at how you put somebody into the brig. With absolutely no information or training whatsoever.
All this checked out. I mean, I think this is legit.
Because I got added after the first year, so aren't I technically a higher rank than him? At this point in time? I don't know.
Actually, no. Matt is an officer.
Yeah.
Matt has been in the fleet for like almost 20 years.
Hey.
He's got feelings older than
And
you.
yet he's being trained.
No, he's just there. Doing his job.
I'm there to show you how to do it right.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And
And I'm simply asking him to show me how to
Just
do
not
it.
how to get promoted
Right
early in your
now.
career.
Yeah.
Could you just show me, just so I figure it out. We like,
Roll me. So something entirely unrelated, Coinless. Roll me another D100 or something separate.
I feel distinctly the fact that the guy's eyeing me from behind. 47.
He is, but amazingly, he does not hear the conversation. Because if that was 51 or above, there would have been a note made of this, attempting to bribe a superior officer. You're in luck. You're in luck.
Healthcare, apparently.
I mean, yeah.
Hey.
It's a lucrative industry, man.
Apparently, although there's supposedly no money in this era, yet there is because you can't make a plot that doesn't involve money sometimes because
Space credits.
space credits. Okay, all right. So now we're doing actually another real roll. So again, Matt has a 60% chance at this, and Pointless has a 12.
So I guess the persuasion.
To be able to determine a.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wait.
Two
Did you
Wait.
mean to roll
I
twice,
didn't
Matt?
roll.
Oh, did I roll twice?
That's okay.
Well,
I mean, they're still
Yeah,
both
Matt rolled
got
three
raised.
times.
Yeah. All right, and Coinless needs to roll once. Nope, still no idea. But Matt has apparently seen this kind of jamming before and knows exactly what to do to counteract it. It's like,
I remember
It's-
it from the academy.
yeah, this is like 15, 20, 50, some odd years ago. Like, back when they were first inventing communications.
Matt was the person who created this to try to get out of a test once.
They're using his own magic against him. You fools!
I was there when it was written.
Do not cite the old magic to me, cadet. I was there when it was written.
Exactly what I was saying.
Oh, but Tim said it better. All right, so that is step 2 done. So now step 3 is decrypting the message. So another set of rolls.
This would have been puzzles and ciphers for.
I get better.
That's true.
Matt still succeeded because it was a 60. So, yeah, you succeeded because it didn't actually count for anything. Hey, Matt succeeding when it doesn't matter.
Well, credit where credit is due. Matt is
Yeah.
succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
With a
Where
big
most of us have
asterisk.
failed.
Some of us have not succeeded at our ridiculously assigned tasks.
Then again, some of you haven't been in the fleet for 15 years and been doing this forever,
Yeah.
and
It would-
haven't
yeah.
actually received training on it.
It
He's a
would have been
ringer.
more embarrassing if he failed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I can't say how much I was hoping that the cadet who had no training in this would have showed him up, but
Hmm.
sadly it was not to be. But anyhow, okay. So you are able to. So you both read off a message back to the officer. So Matt is going to
Cornless
read
is
off
reading
that-
off of Matt's screen.
yeah. I was wondering, can I just like look over his shoulder and try
No,
to
you
like, copy it?
you two did this separately this time.
Ah.
So Matt is going to recite perfectly every single digit of pi up through 100, and Coinless is going to give a recipe for chicken soup.
It's a pretty good recipe.
Huh?
You know,
It should have
Is
been a
there
recipe.
pie in there?
It should have been. It should have been a sushi menu.
Oh no! Dang it! I should have made it a recipe for apple pie. Ah, that'd have been a better joke. Oh well. Yeah, well, it was not to be. But all right. So the officer is going to take his notes down and say, "All right. Let's see. Ensign, good job. I'm glad you were able to do what's actually your job. Ensign, that was good effort.
Cadet, you mean?
This is
Cadet.
part of the point of this is putting you in situations where you have no idea what you're doing and see how you respond. I have no idea what you were saying to him, but you did okay. And I'll try that recipe when I get back to my quarters. Thank you very much.
thank you.
So, well, now I'm hungry. But speaking of food, you guys go down to the mess hall and enjoy yourselves. So, all right, and now that chapter is complete. All right, moving right along our little hit parade. Next is science.
Yay!
So Carol will be dissecting a new species of crustacean.
I just happen to have a 15 in astrobiology.
Hey.
Okay, so that means you're gonna have a 35% chance to succeed.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Fails
you're-
miserably.
Oh wow!
Well, we haven't even started the scenario yet, Carol.
Oh, I'm
Come on.
sorry.
Wow, that
I'm
yeah,
too
that roll doesn't count.
excited.
Hey, it doesn't
Oh.
count.
Well, no,
Yay!
That was a
fine.
practice one.
Because I'm feeling like a magnanimous and generous GM, I won't let that one count. Thank you later. Okay, so scenario. So you are going to walk into the science lab with a whole bunch of other people, a bunch of other cadets, and you are going to be taken to basically a long table, and you've got your one section of it. And in front of you is something that looks like if a crab and an octopus had a long weekend in Vegas.
It's so cute.
And do you say that out loud?
Yes.
The officer is going to begin to talk and be like, okay. All right, cadet.
Crabtopus.
All right, cadet. This is a Rigelian slug crab, and your job is to dissect it and label all of the major organisms. And you will have
Organs?
get as
you
much
mean?
organisms.
That's a pretty important distinction.
Singular organism containing organs.
Well, how do you? Hey, this is an alien life form. How do you know it's not organisms? Are
It could
you?
have parasites. You don't know.
Are you an exobiologist, Tim?
You don't know I'm not.
And out of all the people here, you're the one I could most believe. Anyhow, so label all the major organ systems, doing as much as you can within 15 minutes.
Okay.
And your,
Prodigy does.
all right, and your time starts now. Step one is actually opening the thing up. So that's what
Okay.
we're rolling for first.
What do you
Can I roll
for that?
now?
Yes, this is exobiology.
Yeah, I don't have exobiology, but I do have astrobiology.
Oh, I thought you said
Astrobi-
exobiology.
Yeah.
I said astrobiology.
Oh, wait, sorry,
Astrobiology
astrobiology.
is exobiology.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
So astro
Good.
is space, exo is otherworldly.
Is that not the same thing?
Um,
Uzi.
Well, like space whale versus other planet.
Well, no.
I feel like with original class descriptions, some of these are gonna just kind of blanket it over into other groups.
Yeah,
let me.
Exo means from exobiology means beyond outside of Earth.
Well, I thought it was xenobiology.
Yeah,
Xenobiology, yeah. Xenobiology is like alien life forms. Exobiology is from somewhere other than Earth. They're kind of there's very broad overlap.
There's overlap.
Really.
Yeah.
Biology is biology, man.
Let me get the definitive answer.
That's something you want to hear from the doctor.
I
Are you trying to find either of those skills in the book? Because they're not.
Whoa!
What is happening?
Dave's mic is going crazy.
What? Is it now?
Your mic is being crazy.
Very quiet now.
It's crackling. It's snap crackle popping.
There you go. Beautiful.
That's,
Is that better now?
that's
It is.
Yeah.
None of those skills are in the
Plugged
book.
it back in. Huh.
I don't think.
I don't think so.
I could have sworn we had this somewhere.
Math is math. Why would they change math?
Oh, what is astrobiology under there, Carol, on yours?
It's under space sciences.
The only space sciences listed in the book are astrophysics, astronautics, astrogation, and astronomy.
Right. I think that was a homebrew one we did, which I think is, I don't know. That's a strange one for them to omit. So, for game purposes, we'll say exobiology, astrobiology, xenobiology are basically the same thing.
So, in their defense, exobiology wasn't a significant field in 1983. There wasn't really much study being done on it yet.
Okay. But in any case, she has a 35% chance to succeed in cutting open this Rigelian slug crab.
I don't fail as miserably this time on the real roll.
Yay!
That's better.
So the officer is going to watch you take
like a perfect
take the scalpel and just like. So the way this thing is arranged, there's a crease like right on the back of its shell that it is so minute, but you're able to slide the scalpel in and just
like
right down
butter.
and makes a nice satisfying pop right at the end.
Nice.
So the officer is going to nod and make a few notes. All right. So now
It'd be like Hermione Granger.
apparently
Yes.
so.
That's how I roll.
All right. So
That's
what you
that's how
saw-
she is in real life too. To be fair.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't graduate summa cum laude.
Of course you did.
I did, yeah.
Hey, people don't like it when I say I graduated valedictorian, so that applies to you too. Then apparently.
Yeah, but I'm cuter, so people like it when I say stuff.
Well, you just failed your carousing roll. Okay, but speaking of rolls, so now you open this thing up, and from your experience, some of these parts look familiar, and some of these parts you couldn't even begin to guess what they are at first glance. But let's roll to see how well you do.
Okay. Dang it.
You
All of
really
those
have
ti-
no idea what
thing
some
that
of these things do.
Yeah, the thing that you're doing would have been under life sciences, by the way, I think.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
life sciences.
Yeah, it would have been
Animals, not
exobiology.
people.
Oh, is that?
Yep.
Did we completely overlook that?
Well, it gets complicated because under you can say exo or astrobiology is under space sciences,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's under like so.
Well, yeah, I
But as
agree
Tim
that-
pointed out earlier, like the fields have gotten more defined as time
But-
goes on. So
I just realized I have a 29 in anatomy, though, so I should probably be rolling that.
that
yeah.
would be human anatomy, right? Or
Life
Klingon or whatever.
sciences.
Does it specify what kind? It can't be all anatomy. That's just not.
That'd be like zoology, maybe, or something. You got zoology?
You
No.
can't be an expert in literally every living organism.
Well, she's not an expert, but it's I should imagine if you're allowing anatomy as a blanket skill, then it would be like just kind of looking at the organ, being like, all right, so this looks like it does basically the same function as a pancreas. And
Yeah.
this looks, I can see how these things are connected. This is clearly a digestive tract.
What's
I don't know. When I
anatomy
took
under-
when I took anatomy, like,
sciences.
we talked about humans. We didn't really talk about mollusks or sea
Ye-
creatures at all.
Yeah, in a non-spacefaring civilization.
But
Well, I
I,
mean,
don't
is-
think it. I don't know. I just like. There's,
I mean, wouldn't it be humanoid?
I mean, a humanoid or like another race maybe, but like. I don't
Is-
know. A mollusk is quite a bit different anatomy than.
I don't see anatomy. In
I don't see
this,
anatomy under life science.
Well, it's not.
Nobody gave me a list of
Yeah,
life sciences.
there
I
wasn't-
just
Well,
looked them
no one
up
did.
and
It
was
also
there.
it also tells you to pick up like 5 sciences and only lists 3. So like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like,
Well,
I
in
it's just,
the,
the system clearly was not intending for their list to be exhaustive.
in the book here, the officer's manual, it lists bionics, botany, ecology, exobiology, genetics, and zoology.
Yeah, I did everything based off of the lists in the book.
I did not because the lists in the book
Me
were
neither.
not did not
They're
provide
definitely not
sufficient.
exhaustive.
They did not provide sufficient complexity.
Are we able
For
to
what
do
they're
like a
asking us
thing
to
where
do.
like if it's like kind of an offshoot of one of our better skills, we can get like a decreased version of another skill to roll with rather than like
That's
a
fair.
completely blank skill.
Give me an example of what you mean by that.
Okay, so say if you had like I guess like I could just say biotechnology, but no. So if you have astrobiology, it would cover similar field to like zoology, or if you have astrobiology, it would just cover a similar field to just anything to do with animals, but to a lesser degree than the specific one.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you know how animals in space function, you would know how more specific organs would function to a lesser degree.
Well, what I would do with that is similar to what I was doing earlier, like letting them roll, say, computer technology for shield operations or something
Yeah.
like that, but with a negative. So that would fit under a similar category. So yes, I'll let you use a similar skill, but you're taking a negative on it.
Yeah,
because
because
it's not exactly it.
Yeah, because we did. What we did basically was we went on Wikipedia and looked up like lists of chemistry sciences, lists of physical sciences, lists of space sciences, and because, like I said, there's so few listed in the book that if you have 2 science officers, it's impossible that they don't have just the same set of skills. Like if it's just they list so few and they give you so many points to spend on them that you literally cannot have any distinction between officers other than
Yep.
like this person has more in this science than that science. Like, but they would all have the same sciences. It's
And they also have different names though.
yes. But like skill wise, there's no point in having 2 characters in the science department if you stick to the lists in the book.
Yeah.
Because the lists in the book
I don't know.
are
I
horribly
have 4
inexhaustive.
people that report to me that have the same specialization at work. I'm sorry, Tim. You can throw something at me later.
So you want to just say astrobiology works?
Yeah,
With
I
a
mean for
negative,
this.
or-
So for what we're doing right now, yes.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
was
not-
already rolling astrobiology.
Yeah.
I was saying anatomy
Full circle.
Well, that's
has
I'm
a
getting-
higher
I'm getting
point
there.
value.
I'm going to have to make a call though on anatomy,
Let's say that's human.
because the thing is, I mean, even in space, sure, a lot of creatures are similar, but there's also like silicon-based life forms when literally no function of that is anywhere close to what we're used to.
Mhm.
So I can't give a blanket statement saying anatomy means you have an idea of like all anatomy out there.
Right. That's
Like,
why
I
I
mean-
think that this game is more generalized. So that that would be more of the bionics specialty.
Bionics.
Yeah.
What?
That's in
Well,
How biological systems and functions can be applied.
Oh yeah.
You know, but
That's
it's
under-
kind of like more engineering based, but
I just look at it this way. If I had a clam or a mollusk and I brought it to a team of doctors and they might be able to cut it open, but if they had to point out what organ was what, they'd all probably be like, I don't know. That wasn't
So-
covered in anatomy.
So we just say that is it animal anatomy or human anatomy?
I'm getting there. Actually, Coinless, you may bionics is actually basically what you're doing.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
biotechnology.
Basically. All right. So life science, virology, immunology. I'm going to say, Carol, that applies to humanoids and mammals.
Okay, that's fine.
So, as unfortunately, does not help you with this situation.
I would have failed in either case.
But for future reference,
That's awesome.
do you want
I
to
accept
add a
my
little?
failures.
You want to add a little tag there in parentheses, like humanoids and mammals, just so we don't forget.
Oops.
Okay,
Close the
that works.
parentheses.
All right, so you're able to identify, back to the story, a handful of things. Yes, you're able to identify how it's able to breathe, basically, what its basic digestive system, where that is, but beyond that, there are organs in here that you've never seen, and you kind of hope to never see again at this point. So you just write down. All right, so if you had an exam, Carol, and you like fill in the blank, and you had no idea, would you put in question marks or would you make things up?
I
Or
would
leave it
leave them
blank.
blank.
Leave it blank. Okay, so you only fill in about 26% of it.
Okay.
So you hand that in, and the officer is going to look over it and go, "Okay, hey, don't feel bad. First time they gave me this, they gave me a Klingon Targ. That thing is weird, but let me tell you, that thing stunk. So you got it. You got it way easier than I did. So don't feel bad. This is you will not remember this in 10 years, I guarantee you. So, all right. Good effort, cadet. Why don't you go on down to the mess hall and try not to have the seafood?
The
'Cause
failure will haunt her for years.
It's true. It absolutely would.
I mean, I feel like with her short time, this is like her legitimate first failure.
Yeah. It's absolutely, that's factual.
They have replicators in the mess hall, right?
yes.
How
Definitely
anatomically
about to
accurate
order the
can we get those
calamari.
replicators?
All right. And so that brings us last but not least to Helm and Tactical, which is going to be destroying moving probes.
Does anyone have that?
Eric.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna laugh if Eric's like character, like he if he concentrated on like helm operation, but no weaponry or anything.
That was actually
yeah.
that is what it is because
Because you said
navigation plots the
like
course.
you didn't
If you go-
realize that the navigator was
no,
like,
it's not
operating
that.
Pulling the
shields.
trigger.
If in the branch school back in the original Star Trek, like there's a like plotting the course and driving are two separate things, and
Yeah.
shields and weapons are two different people.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess
Yep.
like by like
Yep.
newer generations, they figured out maybe one person should do the shields and the weapons, but you know.
can't fire guns and fly in evasive maneuvers at the
So
same
did
time.
you want to be
Apparently
Chewbacca?
Woo!
Is that what you're saying?
No, I just
You want to
just
be the
figured
co-pilot?
that like what's the most important thing? Someone knowing the shields really well, and then I built from there. It's like every
so
episode, shields go up,
basically-
shields go down, shields go up, shields go down.
So basically, what this is Eric is the kid in the back seat holding the Atlas upside down, trying to tell
Pretty
his
much.
dad when the next exit is when dad is
Turn left,
screaming
turn
at him. I've never been there.
No, you're
Okay,
on the
then.
left.
What do you mean we're not in Ohio? Okay, so
I did accidentally end up in Michigan once when I was supposed to be in Ohio. So that was fun.
beautiful.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so this is gonna be fun. So
Don't you
there's
have to
gonna
go
be
through Ohio to get to Michigan?
No, if you're coming from Chicago, you don't.
Oh,
Oh shit.
yeah, bad, very bad.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right, Eric. So you are gonna be led to the bridge, and you're gonna be waiting your turn because there's only one console for the ship. You're actually gonna be firing the phasers of the ship, so moving real targets. It's gonna take a little while. In the meantime, you are gonna see this really old-looking cat and this young dude, like over at a console, trying to decode some kind of thing, and it's.
So wait, did you say Eric's trying to shoot a thing?
Eric's going to be trying to shoot a thing.
Is he going to hit the obelisk?
That thing
think
is
that's
like
what it's
a
getting to.
long ways away.
Yeah, I
We're
mean, you know,
nowhere
if you
near
miss
that.
in space, it kind of keeps going.
true fact.
Okay, if he rolls a 100, yes, he hits the obelisk.
Now we're all
Oh.
hoping
Oh,
for.
we're all wanting
I
it to happen.
I am too. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't hope it happened. All right. So you are going to get sat down there, Eric, having actually no idea how any of this works. So the officer is going to say, "All right, cadet, there are going to be 10 probes out there that are going to be moving in different patterns, some in fixed patterns, some erratically. The ones that are moving in erratic patterns are the ones that are worth more points. You will have 25 phaser shots to earn as many points as possible. And there are safeties in place that this is set in the lowest setting. Don't get any crazy ideas, unlike 3 guys ago. Don't ask. So yeah, you will have 25 shots or 10 minutes, whichever is quicker. And go. All right, so Eric, looking at your sheet,
Yes.
I'm
I
trying
would,
to think.
so my goal would be is I want to use astrogation to calculate where all the moving objects are and going. So like I'm plotting them. Because if you're plotting a firing solution, that's what you would do. Of like it's moving this way at this speed.
Okay, that is a compelling argument. I will say to everyone else, if you have an argument for how one of your skills could help in a situation, I am willing to hear it. I can't guarantee you that I will go with it, but I am willing to hear it. Because some things I wouldn't even think of. But that I wouldn't have thought of that, Eric. That is a very, very good point. So I'm not going to let you use astrogation.
Oh, come on. That was the whole thing.
That's going to help you. But
That's the definition of astrogation.
well, sure, you can know where it is, doesn't mean you know how to shoot it.
Well, and that's the whole thing. I'm going to be like, I need to shoot right there. Now, how do I do that?
Exactly.
That's kind of the thing. Of like,
So-
the bullseye is right here on this pixel on this screen. Now, how do I get this thing to shoot at this pixel?
What we're going to
Like-
do is the number that I was going to let you use is
Okay.
with a negative was marksmanship modern with a negative
Okay.
30. What I'll let you
Okay.
do then is take the average of that and astrogation.
Oh man, I gotta do
So
60.
no, that average of
Fuck.
10. No, it's an average of 10 and 80 because you're taking the negative on that.
Marksman
So
modern. I got
45.
40. I got 40 in modern marksman.
But you're taking a 30 negative on it.
Ah, come on.
So
All
the
right,
result
fine.
is 45.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
45. So
Okay.
so basically what's happening is you barely are figuring out how to shoot the thing, but you know exactly where the thing is going to be when you shoot it. So
Just how to hit the buttons the right way to make it go where I want it to go. Got it.
right.
Wait. Yeah, it works better when I write /R.
Yay!
Hey!
Hey,
Pew, pew,
You-
pew pew.
You're going to
All
give
right,
him 25 chances to do this?
Well, no, that's just his
That's one.
overall. That's
Oh, okay.
overall for the whole. No, we're not doing this 25 times.
Aw.
Oh gosh.
I was looking forward
All
to
right.
spending an hour on one person.
No, we are not doing that. No. All right. So, with that kind of a score, so your threshold was 45. You got a 39. I'm gonna say that you got about an 80 out of 100 weighted score. So,
Woo.
hey!
Riddler.
I wiped the beads of sweat off my brow of like, well, that worked out better than I expected.
All right. So you'll get up from the console. The officer will be there making notes. Say, "Well, very nice shooting, cadet. I see on my records that you actually have absolutely no training in starship weaponry. How did you manage to do so well?"
There's a big red button.
I would explain that I was plotting the course of each individual target, so I knew where I needed to shoot it, and then I looked for the big red button that said fire.
Hope
I
it
need
was
more
the right
training
one.
on that fire button, though.
I'm gonna say that is. I would never have thought of that. Very nicely done, cadet. I will take note of that in the record. Well done, creative thinking. So why don't you head on down to the mess hall and enjoy yourself and take pride in a job well done.
So he's the only
Aye,
person that
aye,
only
aye.
had to take like one test.
Well, no. Remember at the very
That's it.
beginning, I had Chris basically only did. Well, he did one thing, fail, but then try it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We didn't get to-
Security,
not
we
gonna
We
had
do
to
didn't
that.
get to
Three
try
things.
it again.
I know.
Well,
Give
you
us-
had multiple opportunities.
And we failed them all.
You guys failed them all. Take three tests.
It was
the
a
heck?
group effort.
Security's supposed to be the easier of all these things.
Everybody who had like their actual job selected managed to pass.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
that was
See,
really that really
if I
wasn't even
just-
Eric's
if I
job.
just-
Yeah,
We
What?
proved that specialization matters.
it does.
Yup.
All right. So now everyone goes to the mess hall, and this will have been the first time. Again, the timeline makes no sense, but for the sake of the story, this will have been the first time that everyone in this game will have met each other. I'm just going to let you guys play this out.
I was a baby the whole time.
My
So is there like a,
And they gave
like
you
a
a laser
task,
scalpel.
That's how much is.
You're
of a
already an
savant I was.
overachiever when you were 2 years old. Great.
what type of food are there for options?
It's a
There's
replicator.
It's a replicator.
Exactly. So
Anything you
my
want.
question-
What's
Well,
the
this is
mess
my
hall
question
serving
on the
today?
It's
It's always said
thousands
the lasagna.
options, basically.
how
Whatever your
accurate can the
heart
replicator
desires.
get?
Let's see. On this kind of starship, it would have been, let's say, maybe about Applebee's level quality.
Okay, I was just wondering if you could
So
get
not
like
very
a
good,
whole
alright.
chicken,
What was that?
like a
So
whole
not
chicken.
very good. All right.
A whole. I mean, you can order a whole chicken.
Can
You
I-
specify how it's cooked.
Well, I was wondering if I could just get. Okay, so can
By
I make
slapping.
that a pig?
By slapping.
Left out in the sun. Whole chicken
To be
left out in the
honest-
sun. Hot.
Fish was just gonna get a whole pig and then a salad.
A whole pig and then a salad.
Yes.
It's gonna go burp, burp, and say that the slot is like this big. You cannot
pig's
fit.
head.
It's gonna hesitate a second. And then there's gonna show up a pig's head with an apple in its mouth.
Perfect. Then a salad, and then I'm gonna just sit at a table, eat the salad, and start dissecting the head.
My throat
He's always
ganglia
up.
are going crazy.
Loves his work.
I like the way you think, sir.
So does this interaction actually happen?
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of like probably like going to sit down, and then it's like, hi.
Yeah, I definitely commented on the dissecting the pig head.
I think
Yeah.
I think there's a better than average chance that my Thrakanglia do in fact react to that.
It's like,
It's like, I don't know about this guy.
I was supposed to be in medical, but they didn't want me there, and so I had an itch to scratch. So
Wow.
Harkin's just gonna be like, get a couple of pints, and then he's gonna be looking around for someone to arm wrestle.
Wait, those are near
Okay.
beers, aren't they?
All right.
I mean,
Hey, that sounds like a roll to me. All right.
Let's go.
Give me a D100 there, Davo.
Wait, who's he? Wait, what's the roll for? The see if he
To
finds
We
someone?
won't
determine
know
whether
until-
he finds someone to arm
52.
wrestle.
someone
Okay.
in the party does.
So you are going to find a lieutenant in the security division on this ship. And he's a guy from New York, Brooklyn.
All right.
And he's going to recognize your Southie accent.
Well, he doesn't really have an accent, but that's okay.
Okay, well, he hears
Sorry.
just enough of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I mean, he'll probably. Yeah.
How's he say Boston? How's he say park the car?
All right.
Go
Well,
ahead,
this'll
Dave. Say
be-
it. Let's hear it.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't have a Boston accent. So,
Just
for
enough
those
will creep out.
watching, contrary to popular belief, not all people from Massachusetts have Boston accents.
True fact.
Generally,
Mhm.
2/3 of the state doesn't have a Boston accent.
Yeah,
And hates the rest of the world for thinking we do.
yeah. The Boston accent peters out somewhere just a little bit east of
Worcester.
Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of New England does have various New England accents.
Yes.
And,
And nobody says park the car in Harvard Yard. All right. So
That's
don't.
true. That's very true.
So
I'm pretty
The
sure.
only people who say that are people mocking Boston.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
right.
I'm pretty sure there isn't a place to park in Harvard.
Especially in the future. Come on now.
wait.
Oh, God.
We could just stop it there. There's not a place to park
Yeah,
because parking in Boston sucks.
that's true. That's true.
But anyways,
All right. So this feels like a good opportunity to do a roll. So, all right. So we're going to do a strength roll here for Dave. And now I'm going to do a roll here to see the strength of this guy. And depending on what that number is, we will
I got a pretty good
see
roll.
What? All right. We'll see what pluses or minuses you're taking. You're
Are
gonna
you
succeed.
rolling
Right.
D100 or the 3D10 plus 40?
This is something entirely different.
I meant for figuring out his strength.
Are you talking for figuring out this other dude's strength?
Yeah,
Basically, yes. It's
that wasn't a yes or no question.
I'm a let the GM do GM things.
All right. I was just curious.
I'm sure you are.
While you guys are arm wrestling, I'm gonna get my calamari and go geek out with Coinless about the crustacean I got to cut open.
You got to cut open a
All right.
crustacean. Jealous.
And then
All
I
right.
see them arm wrestling, and I want to go join them.
All right,
I'm just
Dave.
gonna get a
So,
salad.
Yeah,
and
I
sit by
will.
myself.
I will have some type of sandwich snack, and I'm chopping away as I'm watching the arm wrestling match as well.
okay, so let me walk you through this match. All right, so the way it goes, you two have your conversation. How does this conversation go there, Dave? Walk us through it.
I'd just be like,
Wanna-
who wants
wanna
to arm wrestle? I'll
Who
just
wants to
be
wrestle?
like be
He's
like
gonna be like the grouchy ladybug.
whatever your
He's
champ.
gonna
of
go up
South
to random people and be
Boston or
like, "Hey, you
something.
want to fight?"
So my Harkin will be like just talking himself up, even though he has no championships. He just wants to be rowdy.
Like I am the arm wrestling champion of my family. That means something,
No,
right?
he'll completely play it up. He'll be lying, saying
Just
that he's
flat
like
out.
arm
Okay.
wrestling champion of Southie or South Boston or
Wow.
whatever year before he entered the academy.
I do want to see then if you're going to be lying to the
2257
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
arm
you need
wrestling
a-
champion.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a charisma roll or
Carousing.
something like that? Like
Negotiation
like-
diplomacy, baby.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
right?
Maybe. Let's see.
Well, that wouldn't be anything because he has 0 training. So
we-
that would just be a luck roll.
for this one, that
Not like for
feels
death.
that feels more like. Oh, we're gonna make this one a fun one.
Hey,
Let's make that the average of negotiation, diplomacy, and streetwise.
hey,
That's a 0.
No negotiation skills.
and no streetwise.
That's how you get negotiation
Hey,
skills.
wait, no, hold on a second. This is he betting money on this?
There's no money in the Federation, really.
Is this a
There is
Guys,
nothing to
gold
that.
press
but
platinum is
is
a thing.
it, but is this a game of luck?
It's
No, this is
no.
a
It's a game
game of
of
skill.
strength.
It's a game
It's
of
like arm
skill.
wrestling is
Strength.
strength. It's a game of strength or skill. Like
So
if you
the
had a
game's
sport,
it's gonna be
got a
determined
sport?
by his strength whether he wins.
Right.
It's not luck.
Right, and I already rolled my strength roll.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good.
It was. What are you
So-
thinking there, Timbo?
Is
So
it
it's-
just a charisma roll then?
Oh, let's.
I feel like base charisma's got.
I don't even know because
Let's-
it's
okay.
like
Let's do
does
let's
it-
do average of charisma and streetwise.
So streetwise is still 0.
So just got
so
an F.
I'm just being a blowhard at
Yeah,
this
it's
point.
just what is your charisma score divided by
Nope.
half?
Oh,
Oh
Nope.
god,
Oh
no one
no!
believes you at all.
not
No
even a
one-
little bit.
Not even a little bit. They all know you're
Okay.
just like pulling it out of your
It's
ass.
like no, no.
Like my
my
dad
character
could beat
lead-
up your dad.
My character leans
No,
over
because
to
like
Jacob
it's gonna be
going,
like, hey, I know the guy that was that arm wrestling champion, and you're not him.
Basically,
Mike,
and he'll throw a few insults against Boston in there just for just.
So what's gonna happen is the actual arm wrestling champion's gonna stand up.
And then
you were
and
not
then-
even in there.
Harkin will just be like, Yankees suck.
Okay, so you two get fired up at each other because you just had to go and open your big Boston mouth.
Oh, do I gotta go
So-
sort that out? Hey, real quick, what is psionics used for? Psychic or whatever?
Mind reading, Vulcan.
Yeah,
medicine.
it's
Well, I mean,
premonition.
in game, like when is that
Yeah.
even coming up?
Mind reading, Vulcan mind meld.
Yeah. And
Vulcan
if
neck
you-
pinch.
if
Like
you- if you-
yeah,
if-
it's Vulcan
That's a
stuff.
psionics. I
I
thought that would
it
be.
was. Maybe not the
strength or
pinch, but
dex.
definitely mind meld and
Martial
and psychically reading somebody is.
Yeah, it's not going to
Like-
come up much, but yes, it's basically for premonition type stuff or mind melds or anything,
Or if you're Betazoid later on.
which basically yes, which we aren't going to have to deal
Yeah.
with in this game.
I have decent psionics because of my thing,
because of your race, yeah.
but
Anyhow, we keep burying the lead. So, all right. So Harkin and security guard number 6 sit across from each other at the table. So they square up with each other, grasp hands, they're leering at each other. You can tell there's just some serious hate forming here, because of course there is. So with that score, Harkin starts to let the guy think that he's winning, just kind of ease back,
I'm toying with him.
just ease back, and then just like, just humiliates him. Like,
Yeah, Harkin will be like, that all you got? I thought you'd be a challenge. New Yorkers are supposed to be tough.
you're gonna go, all right. Hey, Roscoe. From the other side of the mess hall, you see this 6'8" looking security guard wearing a full lieutenant insignia on. He's got arms that are about the size around
ooh,
I don't know,
ooh.
you're like the
So
average
he looks
person's
like Luther from Umbrella Academy. Got it.
eyes. I guess I have no idea what he
Tripper.
looks like, but sure.
Minus the
Tripper,
ape.
Yeah.
you should totally look at the Vulcan that I created.
Vulcan that he created? Which one's that, Narek?
No. What's?
So, Vollusk?
Yes, Vollusk.
Vollusk. What about him?
He might be a sheet worth using.
He's a clam.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. For right now or for later?
Well, I'm just saying, if you're looking for a security officer who might have a decent strength and stuff, that's
okay.
definitely what Vollusk is
Harkin
going for.
doesn't care if he loses, by the way. He's just looking for entertainment.
Okay, as long as he's willing to think that way.
Is Vollusk still?
All right. So this Lieutenant Roscoe is going to come down and sit right next to the guy from Brooklyn that you just beat and go. So you think you're good at arm wrestling there, are you, buddy?
And he'll and Harkin will be like,
Oh.
You just saw what happened.
He's
Nice.
a wimp. I beat 5 guys like him every morning. Square up.
All right.
All right, give me another roll.
I wish.
This one's gonna be a terrible roll, I bet. 54. I still
54. Okay. Now I definitely got to do some math on this. All right.
Quietly prepping my medical kit.
Oh.
If I shout over, if your arm breaks, I can build you a new one.
All right. So actually,
Oh.
here's how we're gonna do this. This
Kyle-
guy
Kyle
is
Meisner
gonna
was the
have.
guy I was thinking of. But anyway.
So going off of Tim's suggestion, this guy has a strength of 84. So what we're gonna do is that you are gonna take an 80. There's a 14-point difference. So this guy's gonna roll with a handy, and you have a handicap of 14. And let's see. Oh, that was a secret roll. That came out to a 16.
Oh.
So that guy basically got a 2. So a difference of 52 on that. So this guy doesn't even toy with you. Just he creases the table with your knuckles. Give me a
D100.
endurance. Give it an endurance roll.
The medic's about to jump into action.
Right?
Yeah,
We're just sitting here braced, waiting
what
to
is-
go fix
what
a
is-
broken.
my endurance
What
is
is-
70.
Okay, you hurt like heck, but nothing got broken.
All right.
So, like, you tried.
I'm gonna arm wrestle Roscoe.
No, hold on. So, like,
False
no. Harkin will be like, all right then, and he hands one of the beers to the lieutenant, and
Roscoe.
yeah, I couldn't remember his name, but he was lieutenant. I remember that.
Lieutenant
much.
Roscoe. Yeah.
And I clink glasses with him, and I down my beer.
All right, and
Is-
yeah,
Is
he
this
will down
alcoholic
it.
beer?
It's synthahol, so no, non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you two both will finish that off. He'll nod and get to stand up. And are you going to stop him, Jacob?
Yep, I'm gonna ask him if I can arm wrestle him now.
Roscoe's going to go, all right then, your arm's funeral. And sit down again. All right, so what is your strength, Dave?
My strength is 70.
Oh, it's exactly the same as Dave's, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah. All right, so roll for me.
Awesome. Oh.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Aw.
Gonna
Okay.
break the table with your arm.
All right,
My
so
whip.
yeah, there's going to be a negative. Just get ready to roll endurance.
There's always a chance that he rolls a high number 2, and you just got.
Oh,
Oh,
It is
So,
the sloppiest
wait,
arm
wait,
wrestling
wait.
match ever.
Hey, Ty!
There was a tie.
Yeah,
It was a tie.
That's just they're stuck in a deadlock. So
Yeah.
is it another roll at that
Yes.
point?
As long there won't be
Because-
until you want there to be.
because basically he didn't succeed his strength roll, right?
Correct. They both tied.
And the other guy didn't. So
Yeah,
yeah, I would be like, you just keep on
Deadlock.
rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
I
a
mean,
little.
do
tension.
it! Do it!
You can as soon as you want to.
All right, let's go.
The more chanting goes on.
We're going to be doing this until.
Oh god.
Ooh,
So
done.
at least I passed my strength roll.
Well, you
Oh,
definitely
these
lost.
demons.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, roll your endurance there, buddy.
Yeah, take that
So-
endurance.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
what is your endurance? There, Jacob?
70?
70. Okay, so you're going to be doing that with a negative of 30, considering the difference. So
So
basically, whatever
40?
your endurance roll is. So yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
need to beat a 40.
Hey!
Ah!
And, all right, so again, the table really gets creased this time, and it's like, but it's like, good try.
So Harkin will come back to the table with another 2 beers, hand one to Jacob and the other one to Roscoe again.
Sir
And be like,
Roscoe.
Yep. I'm like, I like you guys.
Okay.
All
right. Anyone else in the crew
Is this-
that's doing anything?
Is this some kind of human bonding ritual?
It is.
Did you just walk up or something, Tim?
Sure, I can have asked them that.
No, I just like testing my strength against other people.
Well, and Jacob's Andorian, so.
Yeah, this is not a human bonding
Oh,
ritual.
right.
Well, it was humans at first.
True.
But Harkin will be like, yes, it is.
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
The beer or the arm wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah. Very yes. All right,
a
so Matt, have you done anything? Or are you just sitting in the corner licking yourself?
No, I'm eating a salad.
Wait,
Okay.
Aren't cats
Okay.
Wait, you're a cat.
omnivores?
You're
Okay, so
carnivore.
in the book, it states that Caitians are
Primarily
were
vegetarian.
historically carnivorous, but have gone vegetarian as part of modern society.
Yeah, I need to.
The
I need-
biologist in me calls
mo-
shenanigans.
Well, yeah, it's obviously absolutely bullshit, but that's what the book says, and that's where Matt
Gotta
got it.
keep up appearances.
I need to watch Lower Decks and see what the doctor eats.
I do
I
think she
think
eats
that
a
she
salad.
actually is always eating salad.
Yeah, I think that's spot on.
If that's the case, very nice consistency. I will check that. But
I'm
yeah,
contemplating whether fish should have beef with the cat.
just eat.
I-
No, eat fish. Fish should have fish to tempt the cat.
Can I 3D print cat food?
3D
Replicate it.
I
Yeah,
feel
3D
like
print the
Replicate
replicator.
it needs to be like your ration has been used for today.
Oh, as long as it's programmed into the replicator, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah?
should be.
All right, are you gonna try that?
Yes, I'm gonna do that.
All right, you'll go up there.
I
It'll go
don't-
beep boop. Are you sure that you would
Yes.
like to replicate animal food?
Yes.
And it's gonna whir, and then just a bowl of kibble just shows up.
I'm just gonna walk the bowl over to Chrysil and just kind of place it in front of them. It's like, thanks for the help, buddy. This is on the house for earlier. And then just
On the house, everything is free all the time. But this is on the house.
As he's setting it down, I'm just going to ask, are you sure you want to do that?
He's walking away. He's gone.
I'm already it's like,
No, as he's walking, as he's setting
he's
it
just kind
down.
of doing like that backhand wave. Just doesn't say anything. Just does that hand gesture.
You're talking, but he's not stopping.
And what roll would I have to make to throw it back at him?
Ooh,
A
that sounds
roll
like
to not go in the
Marksmanship.
bridge, Yeah,
Archaic
that-
weapon.
You're assaulting
Yeah.
a cadet.
Marksmanship
Hey,
archaic.
you're the grown up here.
It's
You're
modern.
supposed to act
It was made by
responsible.
Replicator.
Oh gosh. Are you sure you want to go through with this map?
You are in a mess hall full of officers, by the way.
To be fair, there was some physical violence going on with the arm wrestling.
Well, that's
I
not
knew it.
throwing food. You're starting a food fight.
Food fight, food
I-
fight.
I gotta figure out whether I'm
I think this
vegetarian
is
or
funny.
not.
I like the idea of this.
With my 31-inch Streetwise, I'm going to refrain.
Or
Oh,
you should do
Ah.
what you should do with the Streetwise. You should do it like stealthily, so you
Okay,
Just
there is
pick up
no way
one
to
piece of
stealthily-
kibble. Just
You don't you should like save all that kibble and just constantly be chucking it at him every chance you get.
well, here's the thing: they're not going to see each other again after this for like a nebulous number of years.
Cats
mean,
have
cats hold
long
grudges,
memories.
yeah.
hmm
Do you really think I would forget?
No, so what? You're gonna
That is pretty insulting. I mean,
you.
so you are
He's
gonna
gonna
hold
walk
up-
onto Lexington and be like, "You."
I saved this for X number of years for this moment.
The Ziploc baggie. There's definitely mold in there.
Would replicated food mold? I wonder. Who knows?
Well, okay.
Oh,
So, it's
turn into synthetic.
chemically accurate.
True. So
Uh,
I would think
Does
it
cat
it
food
would.
So it
mold?
would mold.
I mean,
Yeah,
eventually,
Dry food.
eventually. It takes a while.
it would be
dry
like
food takes a while.
it would be like a bowl of cereal that's left out.
Yeah.
Like it would
Hmm.
eventually get moldy.
Yeah.
I mean, we found kitty kibble underneath the couch. It's probably been there for years and it's not molded, so who knows?
Yeah, it's definitely a long time.
So. Okay,
Makes
so
me wanna
anyhow, just
stop
like
eating the
it's
cat kibble.
so we're in a Telltale game, and now and Matt will remember that. Just pops up in the bottom right of the HUD. So, okay.
Go back and sit next to Chloe, and it's like, so yeah, now that my beef is out of the way, how's your day?
That was classy.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Keeping it classy.
I really hope that I'm not on the same ship as them.
Well, we will remember that. Oh no.
What are the chances, right?
Yeah, it's like, what, is it, how many ships out there?
It's a big galaxy.
That's
The
right.
big Starfleet, yeah. But here's the funny thing: Matt will run into literally none of the rest of you again until 2300, which is just absolutely stupid. Never seen
What
it
year
before.
what year is this happening?
It's 22.
that sounds about right. Check that.
That exactly, Tim. Thank you.
I need to get a static sound effect so that I can just play it static every time.
Hey, remember when we were on that training cruise in 22?
They have done time
90 something.
shenanigans, so this could be a
Oh,
Star Trek
gosh.
time shenanigan thing.
Oh gosh.
Nope, you just have to have like the pineapple go like 22 pineapple.
All right. Any
What
other
really
shenanigans?
happened was
Oh.
Coinless and I got caught in some kind of temporal rift
Yeah.
as we were coming to the training mission.
Well, I can tell you that I'm not going to be as strict with Tim on the no time travel policy, but we are definitely going to avoid that for the most part. Because I don't want to deal with that nonsense. It gets interesting. Like, if we're doing time travel, it's not to, like,
There
yesterday.
we
It's
go.
going to be to, like
Hmm.
500 years ago. What just happened?
I found
A static sound effect?
a static sound effect. I don't know how to play it in such a way that you can hear it though.
You should be able to just add an audio source to. Oh well, that'll add it to the stream.
Yeah, that stream which you already heard because I was testing it, but I don't know how to make it so that you guys can hear it.
Right.
Unless I take my headset off, I guess.
Hmm.
But oh well.
That's okay.
Oh, it's okay. It is. All right. So any other shenanigans anyone else wants to get up to?
Chris
no.
hasn't done anything. You bum.
Nope, just reviewing my notes from the test and eating spaghetti. Just shaking my head at you guys.
That is an acceptable answer. I will accept. I'll take that all day long.
So Matt, you don't
You
want
will
to get
remember. You will remember these guys in X number of years. I'm sure they will leave a very large impression.
It reminds me of an old Earth film called Over the Top.
Yeah.
The historical documents, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Historical documents.
Everyone's like, wow, it's crazy how we all know so much about like ancient Earth.
They even doing 2400.
2400.
Yes, 2400.
You're talking Picard era.
Yes.
Okay. Making sure you weren't getting a number wrong there. Okay. Any other thoughts? Things to bring up? Things to do? Notes?
So
Questions?
Chloe, how do you feel about biological modifications?
And picks up her food and walks away.
And scene.
Wow.
I don't mean genetics. I mean
Hero's
I
like,
mean mechanical.
wow.
Though I mean my uncle may have had a part in the eugenics war.
No, that's not you.
No, yeah,
That's-
no. Like one of the older Soongs, he funded the eugenics war.
Oh, wait. Are you talking from... You're not talking from Picard, are you?
No.
I think it's eugenics war.
Eugenics War is
I may be
before our
missing some
time,
more,
so that's
Eugenics
early
Wars
Star
was
Trek.
in the 1990s.
Yeah, I could have sworn that there was. I was doing some research, like look up stuff. There's a Soong that's before the common one, who like put funding into the eugenics war.
Yeah, actually, it's played by Brent Spiner. Is it?
Yeah.
Brent Spiner. There's
Yeah.
So spoilers for Picard.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. See, that's why I
Bummer.
said it.
That's what it is. Yep.
So, yes, Brent. There's a Soong in that, but that in Picard that's set in the past, but that takes place after the eugenics wars. So we may be getting characters mixed up here, but I'll need to research it. I need to look at the Soong family history to see. So,
And you can come back.
Thank you.
See,
I ripped
this
my
is why
headset
I
up
said-
so fast, my glasses went flying.
at least I said spoiler alert. You're welcome.
Yep. Trained you
I
all.
I think that we need to just have a static sound over that too. So
I actually did play a static sound over part of it.
Oh, good job.
in
Now,
Picard.
now the audience just thinks we cursed for like for a minute solid.
You're welcome, the internet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mission's question
this is a
still
Star
stands.
Trek game where we have to avoid mentioning Star Trek stuff because there are people who are not up to date.
We can't reference said Star Trek. Got it.
Only very specific times.
Okay, that's going to be a problem because there are going to be references I may bring up to the guy in Picard because literally one of his ancestors is on this ship. So
Okay,
you
get
may want
started
to
on
watch
that.
season 2 of Picard ASAP.
We can't.
I can't. I'm still watching Discovery.
Darn
You don't
you,
need to
Paramount
watch one to
Plus.
see the other.
Yeah, you don't need to
They are
see the
Well,
unrelated.
okay, so
That doesn't matter.
okay, so in order to understand the situation, you have to know that we cannot watch Picard until after we watch Voyager because we know
Cinematic release.
we know that
Seven of Nine
is in both,
Picard,
and so we have to watch
That's-
it chronologically accurate.
and
for-
we have to watch Deep Space Nine.
You got a week. Go.
I don't know why we.
Get
why-
started right now.
Wait, why is
Hold it
Deep
on your
Space Nine
phone.
in this?
Because there are things that relate between Voyager and Deep Space Nine, aren't there?
I don't think so. They're on
Well-
the opposite sides of the galaxy.
The first
the
episode
only-
of Voyager starts at Deep Space Nine, but that's it.
Yeah, we already
Yeah,
saw
it-
that.
Okay, well,
there
cinematic
are-
release order is why we have to watch Deep Space
There are
Nine.
references to the key in several episodes of Voyager.
References to
But
what?
True.
that-
The Maquis, yes.
The Maquis.
Which you find out about
Which
Deep
we
Space
see
Nine.
in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, which we
Yeah,
already
yeah.
saw. So
Okay, but
So,
cinematic release
like,
order.
in terms of
We're never gonna get through
Hey, Abe.
the timeline of what's in Deep Space Nine, like the Maquis are very early on in Deep Space Nine,
Yeah.
and they're not really referenced in later
Star Trek.
seasons.
Yeah, we're already up to them dealing with the Dominion, so.
So yeah,
It
like
doesn't matter.
By the time we get around to watching Picard, it won't be future anymore.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a disclaimer on this entire game. I cannot guarantee there will not be spoilers for literally anything that has happened in any of Star Trek, because it may be necessary.
I'm gonna have a
This
panic
may
attack.
include things in Strange New Worlds if they are relevant. I cannot guarantee that I won't reference them if they make for a good plot. I will avoid
gonna
it.
Have a panic attack.
I will
I mean,
avoid it if it's
a decade
not,
worth of Star Trek we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's hard
I mean,
to kind of
I-
avoid not talking about a decade.
I'm
worth
not
of
going to
Star
go out of my way to spoil things, but I'm not going to avoid things just because they're spoilers. So it's just fair, just for Carol, for the players, for anyone watching. Just be warned, there are potential spoilers throughout. I mean, literally, we've talked about spoilers constantly for like Star Trek 2. We've given spoilers, but that was what, 40 years ago. So,
Yeah, but I've
I mean,
seen that.
well, some people might not have. You are not the arbiter of what's a spoiler, Carol.
I am.
I mean, I think you could probably just put How I Met Your Mother on the back burner and watch a bunch of Star Trek.
I could, but we've been watching it together on purpose.
It's okay. Well, don't watch Discovery without me.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and do Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Okay.
And we'll watch Discovery and Strange New Worlds and Picard together.
We're not gonna get through Discovery and Strange New Worlds and Picard in 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
No.
Yeah, that's a decade worth of Star Trek you're trying to get
Well,
done in a
here's
week.
the thing. We're not going to get to the stuff with Soong for Extra Life, but that could come up in a later plot line.
Wait,
So
wait.
You don't have 2 weeks to do it. You've got more time than that. But it's
Soongs are gonna
going
be
to come up
relevant.
because it's what?
The Soongs are going to be relevant.
I mean, I'm going to make something relevant with all the characters at some
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We're going to Kaminar.
Well, you know, that's quite possible. That's going to relate to 2 of you, so I get 2 birds knocked out with 1 stone. Assuming Carol's still around for the later game, but we'll see.
oh, I was gonna say something, but now I can't because it would be a spoiler for Discovery.
we are into Discovery already.
Yes.
But you're not
But
into the
we've
season
only
that
watched a
I want to make a
Yeah,
reference
no,
to.
we're
so-
still season 1.
Yeah. Dang
We
it.
just had the
Oh.
episode. We just had the first episode.
Oh, that explains
Where-
something. I almost spoiled something then. If you're only on season 1, now it. All right, thank you. That
Yeah.
helps me understand. Because
Yeah,
I was gonna be.
so
I almost
we are-
said, "Oh wait," and then I stopped myself.
I was gonna
We
say,
are-
I
we're-
was like,
we are
Okay,
we
Tim
are
knows.
we are up to the episode where they show up in the mirror universe.
Yeah. We just
Okay,
finished
so
that.
you've already watched the crappy half of season 1 of Because I was gonna say if you want to enjoy the first season of Discovery, watch the pilot, skip the next 4 episodes, and then continue.
But I like those
Yeah.
episodes.
"Oh, then you're gonna love the rest of it because it gets better." If you enjoyed that garbage, you're gonna love the rest of it. No, well, it gets better. I mean, so if you honestly thought that was good, then you're okay. Like,
It gets
I-
better, then it
I-
gets worse, then it gets better again,
and it gets crazy,
and then it gets Well,
absurd.
the last season was that season 3 or season 4? I can't remember now.
Season
Usually 4 is usually
4.
over season 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
season 4 just ended then.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
seasons 3 and 4 take place in the new.
Hey.
I said new setting.
Setting,
okay.
that's pretty
I
safe.
Yeah,
like
that's it.
so I liked seasons 3 and 4. I did not like season 2 as much as those. To be
I
honest.
liked season 2 better than season 1. Season 2, the additional cast person really made that show. Really made that
Uh-huh.
episode.
Agreed.
I have liked all 4
Yes.
seasons, and I liked the beginning of season 1 as well.
But yes.
But again, we're avoiding actually spoiling
Yes.
anything.
I was gonna say we've had a pretty good conversation without giving up a spoiler.
I'll
Like,
say something.
everyone's communicating without saying anything.
I am a huge anti-spoiler person. I get really pissed at people that spoil things for me. So I'm very good at knowing how to phrase things without spoiling things.
So yes, no mentioning the latest Lower Decks. I haven't actually had a chance to watch that yet.
Did that come out tonight?
Yeah, today. I watched She-Hulk after I got off of work at
I'm not gonna
5:45
See that till Saturday.
after signing in at 7:15 this morning. So
All right. Well, if we're done doing this, I'm going to end stream.
Yeah.
People can keep hanging out and chatting, but I'm going to
yes,
just real quick remind you again. This is setting up for our Extra Life game that will be happening 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern U.S. time on October 1st and 2nd. We are fundraising for Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Our team includes people raising money for Boston, Bay State, Orlando, Buffalo, and San Diego. So you can go ahead and donate to any of those through our team. So far, every cent we've raised has been for Boston. Just putting that out there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because the
Calling
only
us out.
we talked about it. Yeah, the only people who have actually received any donations are me, Carol, and Dave, and all of us are raising for Boston.
Yep. So get on it, West Coast.
And everywhere
And
else
Buffalo.
in the East Coast and Bay State. We can't yell at Orlando because he's not actually in this group right now, but he is on our team. That would be Dolshin. So if you want to support, swing over to Dolshin's channel at some point. I think there's a button for that. That's not. Apparently, there's not.
Oh.
Nope. I don't have a command for Dolshin. Oh well. I'll have to fix that later. But that's, whatever.
but he does have a link on our team page,
He does have a link on our team page.
so you can find him by
Z
clicking on that
Dolshin
team.
is raising for Orlando. Everyone else is all the other locations are here in this hall right now. So.
And there are still people that need to do their sign up.
Yep, but not Jacob because he did during our
Oh,
stream.
nice!
Good job.
Yay!
I-
I accomplished something.
I received the email before my phone's battery died, so I
nice.
happened to
Oh,
do it
Jacob.
already.
Yes.
Post your link in the Extra Life channel, and
Yes.
we'll pin it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
In the extra life. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so you can find all of those links that are in the Extra Life channel on our Discord through that link right there. There's a channel called Extra Life, and all of the donation pages are pinned there. So if you would like to look for a specific person that way, you can do that as well. As I mentioned earlier, also, we do have the Humble Bundle option. You go ahead and use that link to buy a Humble Bundle. Your proceeds that go to charity will still go to charity, but another share of the money you give Humble will come to us to support this stream. And I feel like there actually is something else I should plug, but I don't remember what it is now. Oh. If you just don't want to get charity involved at all, you can also just give us money on coffee.
So now we get to giving us just money to.
Yeah, just
God.
straight up giving us money. No kickbacks to charity at all. Is coffee. It's my coffee account is named after my blog, so it's coffee.com/theworstbaptist. So that's
a disconnect. That's a bit of a dissonance between subject matters.
it is still me. It's part of my brand. So anyway, that's that. Anything else anyone wants to say before I end the stream?
No,
No,
just thank
happy
y'all
Friday.
for
Prosper.
All right.
thank
Have
y'all
a good
for
weekend,
participating.
folks.
Hope it was a good time for everyone. Looking
Oh,
forward
that's
to it.
awesome. I loved
Yay.
it.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
And we will see you next time.
Yes.
Bye.